Right, we are live. The day is finally here, and your boy is excited. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm Ro of Gilead, and today we're gonna play a long-anticipated mobile game called Lord of the Rings Heroes. Now, for those of you who are unaware, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I'll be nerding out about all kinds of fun, minute details and stuff like that I find. Hey, thanks for coming, Princess Monster. Even if you're lurking, I appreciate it. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to kind of show off this game. It's the global launch day, and we're going to go from the ground up. So hopefully everybody's ready to get into it. We've got some stream beats set for the background for when inevitably they play some movie copyright music. So if you're here for the tunes, yeah. Third, Carbonics, what's up? And Kronk, we're popping off today. Oh, I can't get it yet on iOS. Well, it should be dropping any minute. And as long as you download it, I think in the first week, you'll get your bonus rewards. Yeah, air horn. All right, well, let's get into it, friends. Let's see what we got. I haven't even opened it yet, so we're going to do this fresh together. Come on. Come on. Load it up. Checking connection. Oh my god, everyone's gonna know the year I was born. They're gonna know I'm old. Oh no. Oh, I can type it. Yeah, they know what it is. Yeah, it's EA. And the pricing on this game looks gross already too. But if you've never played Galaxy of Heroes and you like turn-based hero collectors, yeah, I am. And you like turn-based hero collectors, you'll like it. Ooh, cutscene. Let's go. Thanks for the subs, Kronk. 6 months? Because he's my boy. Looks like Weathertop. This is not the One Ring. This is our ring. Ooh, yeah, I was right. It was Weathertop. Yeah, the graphics are what people get held up on in this game, and I don't disagree. But it's launch. Hopefully they will polish as they go. Where are Merry, Pippin, and Sam? Oh no, we gotta find them. And Nazgul approach. Oh man, they gotta reach the summit, Frodo. Gotta do it. Zur can't even compare. Oh, goodness. All right. You feel the power of your ring emanate. It gives you control over these heroes' actions. It's like Frodo's basic attack. Ooh, Frodo fucked up the Nazgul, or the Ravenous Gloom. It's not really a Nazgul. Oh, yeah, tutorial. Above each character is a health bar. You don't say. I do like the interface, though. Below the health bar is a speed bar that indicates how long till they can take their next turn. Well, he's not going to get a next turn, hopefully. Yeah, get him, Strider. Biblically accurate Frodo. That's a good way of putting it. So, for those of you in the chat and those of you watching this in posterity, this artistic choice was made by CG Capital Games and EA in conjunction with the Tolkien estate. And anytime you get rights to a Tolkien product, you are kind of at the whims of the Tolkien family and the companies in charge of the Tolkien estate, like Embracer Group. And what they do oftentimes is they try to make things true to Tolkien's original vision of the universe, which, when it wasn't constantly at war and attacked by the dark forces of, wow, that fucked up Frodo, when it wasn't about that, it was more whimsical as a fantasy-style tale. It was supposed to be lighthearted and jovial, even though there's a lot of darkness to it. So the graphics for this game were inspired and taken from Tolkien's original watercolor art that he used to illustrate his original books. So that being said, that's why it looks storybooky and watercolory. But it does need some work. I won't be, I won't wear rose-colored glasses and say it's perfect, because it is certainly not. But it could use some work. But it's not bad. It's a start. Oh, possessed by something. An evil summoner. The storyline of this game is we're going to be all of us evil assholes to each other in PvP because we have this ring. That's the story for the game. Riddery hit de Gwitty. I gotta allow notifications so they can send me push notifications. Okay, we're gonna get back to why Earendil being your tutor in this game is just a crazy lore nod that I didn't think they were legally able to make. But we'll come back to that. Ah, you're awake. Yeah, give me the woohoo! I heard you bring a power calling out. This is Earendil, protector of Middle-earth. Do not worry, you are safe here in my home. Basically, for those of you who have only seen the movies for Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, this guy is the father of Elrond from Rivendell, and his brother, whose name is blanking me for some awful reason right now, who became the first king of Numenor. So he basically saved the world during the First Age, when gods and shit still walked among people, like Sauron types and stronger were everywhere, influencing the world. And yeah, that's he saved the world, basically, through his sacrifice, and he became their North Star. And for those of you familiar with the Silmarillion, you'll notice he's got his signature Silmaril, one of the 3 legendary jewels of Feanor, crafted right to his head. Oh, we're going to change that ring bearer as quickly as humanly possible. Don't worry. But I just felt it was a really important nod to show that they went really deep for the lore connotations in this game. And that's going to have... This is a First Age reference, and my Lord of the Rings fans will know they're not allowed to make First Age references in any media for Lord of the Rings. So this is pretty neat, even if it is in a graphically lackluster day 1 launch video game. All right, moving on. I heard your ring of power calling out. He's the protector of Middle-earth. He's safe in my home. The Wi-Fi network. I need to download additional... Yes, okay. Yeah, I figured. All right. Earendil, long ago... Oh, wow, they actually give you the whole story, too, bruh. Long ago, I invoked the aid of the Valar to defeat the great enemy of both elves and men. However, the price that I can no longer return to Middle-earth. Now danger has come in a new form. Stories which must be told are unraveling, and a shadowy figure has emerged, connected to this chaos. Only you and the Ring of Power can mend these rifts in time and restore Middle-earth. I don't know. That's probably as much as you're going to get from me. But that was fun. Let me know if you liked it. I'll do more. Oh, bro, you got an ad. Sorry, man. That's how they do you. I don't have it set up for the more finite controls yet. All right, to start, we should address your attachment to those heroes on Weathertop. Shards of the heroes like memories, fragments of Middle-earth. Okay, at least they explain the shards canonically. That's kind of neat. You could try to get the pile of your ring. With enough shards, a hero can be pulled through. We go to the collection first, eh? Oh, yep, Strider's our first character. And you know what the best part about them naming him Strider is? Is that there's going to be, like, Aragorn and then King Elisar as, like, legendaries. I'm super jazzed for that. That's the only reason you don't call him Aragorn off rip. Use the ring to summon Strider. A much cooler summoning mechanic than both Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force, if I have to say. And I do love the backgrounds. Again, they need work. But does this beat Destiny 2 as a Game of the Year contender? Neither of these were Game of the Year contenders. And I love Destiny 2, but it hasn't been a Game of the Year contender in a long time. Moving on. Oh, see, they give you a nice little backstory we can dig into here. So, Strider, the mysterious chieftain of the Dunedain and leader of the Rangers of the North. Strider is a well-rounded attacker who excels at fighting orcs and protecting his allies. For those of you not familiar, Dunedain, last surviving of the... Wow, why am I blanking? Numenorians, the elf friends of old that helped save the world. Strider, as we know, becomes Aragorn. If you haven't, I'm not spoiling anything. The books have been around for, it feels like 100 years, so just kind of get into it. But if I story spoiled something for you, my apologies. Now I gotta get Frodo? Alright, let's summon Frodo. Devs in there working on it. Alright, let's see. Then we go back home. Here's some characters. Go beat shit up. There are many stories connected in this book, but we should return to where I found you. You must ensure Frodo survives Weathertop. So this is kind of like a staple Hero Collector game story. You got your light side, your dark side campaigns, in this case, light, shadow, and then your guild missions, which from what I gather, are kind of like the Cantina missions. from Galaxy of Heroes. Marvel Strike Force didn't really have anything like that. They just had a crap ton of campaigns that gave you no heroes. So anyway, moving forward. All right, so we get our first chapter, 6 energy. We get our list of rewards. Let's get into it. Good news, so far I don't hear any audio that we would have to worry about getting scrubbed, so that's cool. What are these shadows? Orcs, the Mordor, but who brought them here? Keep close, weapon ready. Still no iOS. It's heartbreaking. If you have Google Play on your laptop, you could download a Google Play version on your laptop for free. Right now, I'm using my phone, though, because I love taking the processing power off of my computer. It's fantastic. All right. Frodo and Strider are ready. Let's gather some more heroes from our collection. Awake, fire, foes! Oh, that's so awesome. Book quotes. I love that it's book quotes. They don't even have the character in the game that says that, but I do love it. All right, so we get to use Frodo's special for the first time, Courageous Spirit. Attack the target enemy for 110% damage. If Sam is an ally, attack again for 50%. Let's just use the basic for now. Oh, good. Not really losing out by being in the corner. Okay, cool. His special is sweet, but we should save it. This is a 2-wave conflict. So, oh, nice. Frodo gets stealth. All right, Boons and Banes affect a character's stats. It's buffs, debuffs, but Boons and Banes sound cooler. Oh, you're in. Nice. DM me, Crunk. All right. Oh, I'm running a guild in this too, by the way, friends. So if you're looking for fun, chill people to play with, I'm bringing some of my Marvel Strike Force friends over, and we're gonna have a guild, and we're gonna be ready for that Balrog raid. But yeah, you get buffs and debuffs. Buffs are green, Banes are red. For the uninitiated, stealth basically means you can't be targeted by an enemy character. So Frodo is basically safe from harm from single target attacks when he's stealthed. Wave 2. Ah, man, it's so fun. All right. We got different stuff here. I imagine these Mordor engineers are more support characters, so we should take them out first so they can't buff their damage dealer. Because that's just good strategy. And the win. I should have used a special. Darn it. That's okay. We're going to be playing through a lot of these missions today, so we'll have plenty of time to use their specials. All right. First mission in the books. And we got a level up already. Check that out. All right. So we gain 1 to our energy cap and 1 to our guild energy cap, which is fine. We unlock some quests at level 3. Okay, good. We do get our level equivalent in energy every time we level up. That's going to be important. So for people who are tuning in and don't play these games very often, you're playing this just because it's a Lord of the Rings IP game. Something very, very important that you should know is that your energy directly ties into your experience for your account. So how much energy you have determines how quickly you'll be able to level up. And it refreshes when you're empty. So you want to keep this, especially early, you want to be making sure you spend your energy as often as possible. And my goal today is to stream until I am at least out of regular energy. And we'll kind of show you some best practices for any hero collector that we're going to be able to apply to Heroes of Middle-earth as well. So let's keep moving. Let's keep trucking through these battles. Just see. Strider, what is it? The enemy is here. No shit. I will be a little smarmy because I hate the fact that the dialogue for a Tolkien thing is so lazy. Some of our heroes have leaders on the battlefield, and they have an additional skill which assists allies. So yeah, if you've never played a hero collector, some games have leaders, and they have special skills that buff teammates that share certain keywords or abilities. Solid Crown designates him as the leader. You can only have 1 leader active at a time. Okay. Well, that's good to know. All right. You know what? Screw it. We're using the special off rip. I want to see it. Okay. That was not very special. Thankfully, they have... all characters will get 2 specials. Note what we did here, we upped the combat speed because we don't want all of these missions taking all afternoon. We're going to get a lot of levels today, friends, and that's going to go pretty quick. But if we have it on 1x speed, it's going to take all afternoon. And we want to be able to get into the meat and potatoes of the game today. All right, Aragorn, mess him up. Sorry, Strider, not Aragorn yet. Boom, boom, boom. They might get an attack off. All right. All right. That elf lady, did you know her? Who is she? She seems to be in charge of these attacks. I know Lady Arwen, but this behavior... Oh, that was Arwen? Ooh. Yeah, behavior would be out of character. You must make haste to reach Rivendell before our enemies return. I wonder if they're going to be alternate timeline Arwen, or this universe is Arwen that's somehow corrupted. And then that's like all the story is us uncorrupting them. All right, it's by Aule the Smith. Wow, man, they're digging deep. So Aule is their god of smithy. He is one of the big 11 Valar, 11 or 12. You've acquired valuable materials that can be crafted into gear. Let us see how this will improve your heroes. Oh, wow, it just takes me right to him. All right, here's good gear. This is very similar to both Marvel Strike Force and Galaxy of Heroes and a bazillion other hero collectors. This is one of your primary methods to upgrade your character, is collecting gear. And then you have gear tiers and gear levels, and we'll kind of approach that as we play through today. Yes, we got to craft it. This costs gold and certain materials, so we craft it, and we equip it. Excellent. As you continue through your adventures, you'll obtain additional and more powerful materials. La 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 la. Video game stuff. Alright, while you've been addressing corrupted storylines, I've been gathering supplies to assist. However, in order to maintain a steady inventory, that requires some of the resources you gather and trade. This will take you to the store. It's simple, but contains much aid on your journey. Okay. Shards over here to help you on your campaign. Alright, so I guess we just pay these and get her. Who apparently Eowyn is pretty good endgame. Or, you know, what passes for endgame right now. The arena, the Rohan team, and whatnot. Alright. So, oops. Go away. We do not want you. Okay. Sorry, adjusted my earbuds and popped my volume controls. Yeah, thanks for not telling me about the free chest, though, you loser. The chest animation is pretty sweet. So she is a sentry of the woodland realm. Apparently elves are pretty hard to get so far in this game, so we don't know if they're actually good or not. Alright, so we got to summon Lady Eowyn. I think she probably goes without introduction, but for those of you who don't remember, she is the adopted daughter of King Theoden, technically his niece. She is one of the Rohan royalty, I guess you would say, for what passes for royalty in Rohan. But she's kind of, you know, she's their princess. And she is a badass. I mean, she kills the Witch King, after all. You completed a daily objective. Yay! Yo, what's up, Jack? How you doing, buddy? We're streaming a brand new Lord of the Rings mobile game that dropped today. Alright, so we got daily objectives. Let's claim it. Alright. Yeah, daily objectives give you big rewards. No, you don't say. Yeah, another level. We're gonna have so much extra energy. I love day one stuff. You feel so powerful. You're like, I'm gonna fly through this game. Just leveling up. Oh, we gotta load additional game data. We're going too fast in some of these certain modes. Alright. You've gathered enough character experience to level up a hero. This is the painful part where it walks you through leveling up everybody. But what if I would rather level up Strider than Frodo? Alright. powerful is your connection to your ring of powers. That grows in experience. Okay, yeah, so it's just explaining how experience works. Being awesome. Hopefully see Guardians of the Galaxy today. I need to go see that soon too. That looks really, really good. I've been a big fan of that franchise. Even though I'm not really excited for what James Gunn's got planned for DC. We'll see what happens. All right, remarkable. You've made some headway. Whoa. More objectives. Oh, quests. My bad. Claim 90 energy. All right. 7 with Strider and 1 9. Okay. Connect with Google Play. Hopefully I don't have to put in my login info. Yeah, I gotta have that on. Continue. Oh, we gotta restart. Okay, that's fine. No big. Just day one things. I know, right? I really want that Flash movie. I wanted it to be bad so I wouldn't have to feel any type of way about seeing it. Oh, hey, we got our 7-day login start. Cool. Must have hit the appropriate level for that to pop. Sweet. May login calendar. Looks like Frodo shards. Oh, crystals on the 7 days, though. All right. Oh, we got our first graphical error. Let's see what's in the inbox. All right, the Founders Pack. That's cool. 200 crystals, 20,000 gold, and a bunch of gear. That's pretty dope. All right. So let's see. We got more objectives to claim. We're probably going to get another level. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, first thing we're going to do. Very first thing. Let's see. I'm not far enough in to unlock the offers yet, but 200 is about a little over $2, actually, by the looks of things. Yeah, the crystal economy in this game, for a game that just started, pretty gross. They are banking very hard on the IP carrying sales, and we'll see how that actually plays out. What was it telling me? It was here. It said something red was here. Oh, I can go to that quest. I got it. All right, so let's see. First things first, these... I've been keeping up with what other people have been doing, because you don't get good by just manually figuring everything out. You got to be smart and stand on the shoulders of the people that had a 2-week head start. So we know that Aragorn, Eowyn are both going to be pretty solid characters. So we're going to go ahead and take them up to Gear 5, or Level 5 rather, right now. Just because that'll help us get through these campaign missions easy. We won't really have to sweat anything as we go through. You might as well favorite her off rip, and we might as well favorite Strider off rip, because they're going to be a big part of the early game strategy. We could attach gear, but I don't feel like doing that all one piece at a time. We'll unlock a bunch of shit and come back for it. Alright, we need to change this name, though. So for channel purposes, we're going to stay row of... Okay, do the underscores? Will it let me underscore? It will. Very cool. Sweet. Oh, it won't. God bless it. It's going to have to be dashes, I bet. Man, that's lame. Can it have spaces? No. So silly. Do not include your real name. See, that's so silly. It doesn't give me any restrictions. Screw it. We're just going to be row, and they can deal with it. What? How is that profane? Apparently my channel name is a bunch of swear words, people. No, I'm not a League of Legends person. It's not my particular cup of tea. Well, now I gotta think of a really sweet Lord of the Rings base name. Because I don't want to just have some generic crap. Let's see. What was a fun reference? Let me put in Grand? The hammer? No, that's not good enough. We don't want that. You know what? We're just going to stay Guardian for now. The ring bearer is hyphenated. What the hell? Oh, Christ. We'll come back to it. That's ridiculous. I'll think of something sweet if I can't get it to take my actual name. All right. Well, let's get back to the campaign, shall we? All right. Let's battle. We gotta hurry to Rivendell. Elrond must hear what's happened to Arwen. And Frodo will just do his best to keep up. I'm gonna add Lady Eowyn. Oh, wait. Do I have to drag her? Or do I click here? Oh, double click, double click. Alright. A little different on keyboard and mouse. I know, right? I love the name Row of Gilead. It just sounds so dope. But if it's not going to let me put it in there, then I'm going to be sad. Well, we know the engineer's probably a buffer, so let's take the engineer out first. It's going to be extra unfair with 3 characters. Grant might for 1 turn to self and 1 random ally. I don't think we need that this turn. Blap, blap. Clapping them up. Yeah, see, they do nothing to me because I leveled up my units. All right, let's go. And we'll save her special for the next one. Wave 2, fight. Ooh, story time. You are not yourself, Arwen. Fight against the darkness. She is one with the darkness, and we will be too, apparently. I don't know if I'd buy that for $1, but... Nice try, Chris. Grant still for 1 turn to the most wounded Hobbit ally. Alright, that's cool. Done lendings, done lendings. Well, nothing looks like it's a buffer, so we might as well just burn her ass up. Frodo should be able to knock this one out. Nice. I think that burn's going to finish her off. So we'll just circle back around. Burn is before. Okay, so it didn't finish her off. Oh, my real name. Oh, my last name. Hey, I'm liking it so far, Lucky Lucas. Thanks for the comment. Or the chat, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we're still in the tutorial part. It's operating pretty much like you'd expect a hero collector to operate. If you've played Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force, it's going to feel very familiar. I will say that if you are a Lord of the Rings nerd and you like really smart attention to detail, so far this game has it in places I would have never expected it. From Eärendil the Mariner, holder of the only Silmaril left North Star in the sky as my guide, wasn't a cool enough nod. There's been other ones as we've gone along. Some first age references, which they don't often do, if ever. So, yeah. Backgrounds could be a little better. Characters could be a little more polished. For a Tolkien game, I feel like the writing is pretty weak. But, you know, it's a Capital Games hero collector. My expectations weren't set super high. So far, so good. There's a little shelter defense, but fire can serve for both. Just ripping quotes from the book. It's also as good a way of saying, here we are. Yep, that's exactly quote for quote line from the books. So I'm glad to know that they didn't, at least if the writing is going to be lackluster, at least they pulled legitimate stuff from the book. But, alright. I've unlocked autoplay. Alright, well, I'm not really feeling auto. Well, might as well. Let's see how bad the autoplay is, or how good. I like the animations, though. It's a nice touch over Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Same parent studio. It might be different devs. So far, it seems they've taken a good inspiration from Marvel Strike Force, and then they have taken a lot of the fixes we want in Galaxy of Heroes and put it in here. Yeah, but see how it bleeps my name? That's my name. I absolutely can't put my last name in there. It's not even spelled the same, and it knows. Even the autocorrect. Oh, you did that. Okay, I thought the Twitch did that. But yeah, I can't. I don't want to use my real last name on there. Let's see. Oh, Aaron does something new to show me. Very cool. Oh, see, okay. Or maybe it wouldn't let me change it because I wasn't at this part yet. No. No. And all right. We're back at the hardest part of this, which is going to be picking a sweet name. You know what? We're just going to do the full name. We'll do Roland of Gilead, because that's what my name stands for. So, let's go with that. By the profanity filter for what? For what? See, now I don't know how to spell his last name. Yeah, that's so silly that my fake name was hyphenated. Ooh. It'll take Gunslinger Roland, but probably because Gilead has religious connotations. Yeah, that's okay. We'll put it as that for now. All my channel callouts and stuff are lightweight references to being a gunslinger in the whole Dark Tower series. I can always edit it later, too. I'll go with Gunslinger Roland for now. I know it's Deshane, I just can't... I didn't feel like Googling the correct spelling. On inbox... You mean the inbox I already checked? Because I played games before? Oh, they upped it, eh? This is one we were thinking about buying. There was a $10 one before launch, so it's a little upsetting. I mean, it was only 100 shards each. This is a good deal. It's just the hobbits aren't crazy good right now. So, like, yeah, they're kind of in the middle space right now. They're not great, but they're definitely not what you want to super invest into. So I was actually really excited for the $10 deal. Now that's 20, maybe not so much. Who knows? Their pricing in this game, which I was excited for it to be closer to Galaxy of Heroes, is actually more like Marvel Strike Force in terms of being oppressive and expensive as all get out. So we'll see. I was hoping to spend some money on this game today, but as an average person who doesn't have a huge following and make a ton of money on streaming, I don't really have the funds to justify a lot. So we will see what happens, though. I'll probably buy that pack just because getting them to 4 out of 7 is, going to be useful. Can I turn this off from this? I don't want to see the random people chatting. It's probably in settings, which is probably back here. There it is. Can I not turn off the chat? Huh. Did I miss something here? Huh. Watching all these people complain about what's not in the game at launch. They've clearly never played a live service game before. All right. Well, hopefully the chat stays not an issue, but we'll see. There are trolls. Oh, man, trolls. That sounds rough. And they won't be rocks like they are in the books. I bet you I'll be fighting 3 trolls. All right. Yeah, this game does have large units, which is pretty sweet. Let's see how much damage they take. There we go. We found something that can hold up to me. Let's use the basic. Yup. Yeah, see, they don't hit for shit, though, because we leveled up first. Yeah. We hit pretty hard, too. Imagine if I had put gear on it. We'd have been auto-wiping this stuff. Oh, big crit. Now, does Frodo carry invisible to the next wave? That's going to be the ticket. He does. Okay, so for at least in the campaigns, we can carry those buffs over. All right. Or maybe not. Maybe it's dispelled and just visually he still looks that way. All right. Let's finish this troll off. That looks scary. I don't want that hitting me. All right. For another first-time chatter, what's going on? Was that Chimbars? How do you play the game on emulator? I can't see it in the App Store. So it depends on what App Store. I'm not playing on an emulator right now. I'm actually running it off of my Samsung phone. But you can get it through BlueStacks. If you have BlueStacks as an emulator, BlueStacks is free to use. It does have sidebar ads. If you're on Apple, I know that it's kind of like a trickle-in. I had a friend in the chat before, Crunk. It took him a few minutes after 1 o'clock to install it. I don't know if Apple's going to be restricted by region or not. I have no idea. So I'm glad you vibe with Roland there, Jack Montib. But yeah, so I don't, if you're on Apple, I don't know what to tell you. It's already available on Android. Make sure you're searching Heroes of Middle-earth, because Lord of the Rings, you'll get a whole crap ton of extra results. And especially you'll get Lord of the Rings War, which if you're not into real-time strategy, it's not for you. It's pretty, but it's probably not for you. Arwen, beloved, return to me, refuse the shadows. Well, yeah, of course Aragorn's going to free her at the end of this. Oh, it only makes sense. Come on. There we go. It is being a little input laggy too, but I think it's because I'm running it off of a device through another device. So, Love in a Time of Chaos. That's a good mission name. Hey, Brindle, thank you for the follow. I don't know why it didn't pop up on screen for me and my notification didn't go off, but that's something I'll be looking into. All right, let's do another one, shall we? Just trolling through this story. Trolling. Get it? That's a terrible joke. Don't get it. It's bad. It's verbad. All right. So far, the game music's okay. Let me know if you guys want me to turn it up a little bit. It's not super impressive, which is why I've just kind of let it go. We'll cue up some stream beats here in a little bit. I got some nice ambient stuff set up. But I'm just trying to kind of get a feel for the game, experience it in its vanilla integrity, and just kind of see, you know, what jumps out at me. Music's not bad. It's also nothing to write home about, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, frame 2. Thanks for the sub, Jack. Always appreciated, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy the ad-free. Ooh, let's see. Thug, Cutthroat, nothing that's gonna buff. Ooh, Arwen's got some defense, though. And she about to die, but that's okay. She ain't really gonna die. Alright. Alright, come on now. There needs to be a time for speed, not gonna lie. Shadowy figure. So this is like our villain for their made-up story. hand hit me, and I took that personally. Oh, it was good, Jack. Thank you. I needed that. You know what? We're going to give my boy a woo. Hang on. Let me get in here and give my man a woo. A big ol' woo. Alright. Hey, look at that. Level 7. Ooh, we're going to make our guild here in a little bit. See, another first age reference by Aule. Frodo's gear tier is almost complete. Man, why do you gotta keep making me put shit into Frodo? I would so much rather put shit into Aragorn. Yep, so if you click on the gear, again, for those of you who are learning about these type of games through my stream, when you click on the gear, it takes you to where you can find it, a list of quests, missions, things like that. And I can auto-win anything I get 3 stars on, which is why it's important to kind of stay just a little bit ahead of the curve on the story so that you can make sure you're not wasting energy having to go back and replay missions. Yeah, I know auto-win works. You can do all the battle at once. Let's return to Frodo. Equip all, thank Christ, yes. New gear tier, yay! And you see the gear tiers give you a big boost to their stats. And unlike Galaxy of Heroes, this seems to be more like Marvel Strike Force, where you don't necessarily need to get the max star rank for a character for them to be viable. It looks like characters, as long as they're geared up and leveled up, are still viable even if they're under, say, 5 or 6 stars, which is like the competent norm in most other hero collectors. So if you're just a Swogo person, that'll be a pleasant change for you, not having to constantly sweat about getting your characters much further than 5 stars as far as initial investment for use and things like that. All right. Let's go home. See where he wants me to go next. Oh, we got some objectives done. Let's claim it. Yeah, win light campaign missions. 8. Ay. All that energy. All that energy. We're going to be at this for a minute. We get bonus of energy in a couple hours, too. And we'll get some Strider shards for auto-winning some missions. But I don't really want to auto anything just yet. I absolutely want to keep playing the story so I can auto-win for characters I'd rather increase. So let's keep battling. Ooh, the final bridge. It's the other. See, this, okay. When they're talking about rivers, instead of this, like, you're so dumb, I completely forgot I can sub with Prime. That's a bummer. That's okay, though. This is Loud Water. So, like, this needs to be rivers, right? This needs to be some Tolkien watercolor art in the background here. That's really all this is missing. I can forgive the character detail if you're giving me other stuff to look at. But this plain cream background, yikes. Not great. Hopefully they update that in the future. Won't matter for me because I'll be done with the campaign, but that's just a big thing, is that just looks... Even Marvel Strike Force has a better looking background than that. All right. Getting into it. All right. Well, let's go troll first. I think we'll save... This looks like a pretty big phase. We'll save her might for World 2. So we got a debuff. If we click on it, or click on the character, there we go. It shows you damage is reduced by 50%. So, and it shows you how much time you have left on it. So her next attack's going to be reduced by 50, but that's okay because we're going to use her support move. So we're not too terribly worried about her attack. Except we don't want to use it this phase. So I guess maybe I should have been a little worried about her attack. That's okay. We're not in any danger of losing anything this early in the day. This is just all going to be kind of story review and seeing what references they decide to drop in on us. Now, see, this background and everything here looks a little better than what they showed off. I mean, this 2D grass is still pretty abysmal, but if I'm going to be honest, the water graphics back here are nice. I just want this behind, you know, Frodo and Strider when they're talking. Put them in front of this clip right here. Just cut it off right there. Cut them off at the waist. I don't care. Be cheap about it. But, like, give me this background when characters are talking about rivers so we know they're actually by a river. I get they're going for the storybook thing, but I think the whole mentality is Tolkien's stories tend to come to life from the pages. And, yeah, my only complaint so far has just been that the in-between scenes have not done a great job of that. But this water graphic detail back here gives me hope. There is indeed hope. All right, let's go troll first. Bye. Yeah, let's focus Arwen. Ooh, he came back? Was that what that was? Oh, could have used the special, but oh well. Yeah, let's finish with the special. Why not? That's cool. I've been stabbed. What? We didn't fight any Nazgul. This is not who Lady Arwen is. She's under an enchantment. See, little pixelated invisible Frodo in the background. That's too funny. That's too funny. Alright, so we got 1-8. Alright, we got 2 more and we'll finish this chapter. Then we'll go check our characters, do some upgrades. Ooh, Arwen. Her resolve is breaking because we are getting through to her. Haha! Alright. Yeah, they do move a little bit. Also, a big critique that a lot of people are giving this game was that the characters feel pretty dead. And I see what they're saying. They do move a little bit. I feel like it's a small tweak in instance timing, and they'll move a little more fluidly, a little more regularly. I don't even think they probably have to program anything for that. So that's not, it's not bad. There are things about this game that have been, I think, maybe a little overly hated on. Personal opinion. But yeah, this game has some room for improvement, and hopefully they do that in the first year, because I don't think a lot of the little things they need to fix would be all that difficult, if I'm being 100%. Maybe should have gone for the chieftain first, but oh well. She seemed like she could res some people. Maybe on the next one. Boop, boop, boop. Come on now. Ooh, we got some trolls. A little cutscene. Hey, she's free of the shadows. Yay. Something dark and new approaches. Alright. I'm going to beat him up. Feel like Goku today. Running and smacking shit around. Alright. Let's see. Lighting's coming through pretty good today, too. Alright. We keep chugging along. Alright. Road to Rivendell. 1-9. This will be the end of the first chapter. Let's see. Fly, the enemy is upon us. Ooh. Except for the Witch King doesn't really speak, but... Well, not usually in a discernible manner, anyway. That's okay. We can forgive. He's under control of the Dark Elf shadow tactician person. That's just going to be another player character we beat up in the arena. Ooh, they got a shield person in the back there. Alright, good book pull quote. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, 3 waves. We got a raider, we got a harrier archer, a pillager, and a chieftain. Let's knock this chieftain down. And now I feel a lot better about using basics on the rest of this. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you couldn't kill the archer? Come on now. All right. Come on. That transition needs to be a little faster, too. Again, I like the fact we're feeling like we're being chased through these encounters. However, background. Alright, what's this guy over here? Yeah, the engineer. Let's take him first. Frodo smacks, man. I'm almost certain, if I had to bet my bottom dollar, coming from somebody who's played Galaxy of Heroes for years and Marvel Strike Force for 6 months and 6 days, yes, I have it down to the day because I'm planning a 6-month review video that I started shooting footage for yesterday. And that'll hopefully be up tomorrow to go along with some content for this. Ooh, let's fight some Nazgul. Oh, Elrond's going to chase him off. Oh, I do get Elrond to play with. That's awesome. The Black Beast, the South. Oh, okay. Okay. Camuil, Blade of the East. And then we have the titles for some of the other ones. That's a really neat detail. We've never heard Black Beast before. We know one of them was a Southron, so the Southron Shadow is a pretty sweet name. The Ravenous Gloom, I imagine this was probably a fallen Númenórean reference. Blade of the East, obviously in reference to Camuil the Easterling, and we'll see if we get maybe a unit named after him, or maybe this is the other Easterling. So what to do? That guy looks tanky. Let's take out Camuil first. Who I suspect will be Camuil. Ooh, they poisoned me. Well, let's see if I can murder the Witch King off rip because I'm a high level. 69, nice! Triple 69s! Vilya. I can use his Ring of Power. Heal all squad members for 100% health and 10% of the character's max health. We don't have a dead ally, but I want to see if there's an animation for this. Sure wasn't. Not a good one, anyway. Alright, I think he had a taunt, but I didn't know because I hit him too fast. Alright. Alright. I have to message Tax back on Discord in a minute. Let her know that we're almost ready. Hey, Zeltwitch, welcome to the chat. It's going well so far. We have our gripes with background and stuff, but there's been some really fun lore stuff. The gameplay has been pretty good. It's what you expect. I don't know. Again, graphically, it's a little choppier than I even thought the final polished version was going to be, but given they're handicapped with the Tolkien estate and the art style, I think that with a few tweaks and polishes, a lot of this will fix up nicely. We must take Frodo to Rivendell. It's a very typical hero collector story, too, where like there's some phantom villain messing with the stories in the Lord of the Rings universe, and you're gifted this weird ring of power to go do something about it. But yeah, so far so good. This is the best lore nod so far has been Eärendil the Mariner, North Star of Middle-earth being your guide through the tutorial, which is very cool. I'm waiting for it to actually show up on the App Store. You must be Apple. If you're Google Play and it's not showing up, if you wanted to play it on PC to start, you could link your Google Play with a BlueStacks account and get started that way. That's been a good way to do that. Now we got the hard difficulty for Node 1 unlocked. Very nice. All right. Get our first new character there. Doesn't have any recommendations, eh? Let's see. This team is already a bit leveled up, so they should be able to do this. Been living off coffee today, channel. It might be time for the first restroom break of the stream. Let me test this real quick. Oh, okay. I'm going to auto this for y'all real quick. I will be right back. All right. Well, I take it the hard chapter wasn't that hard. Uh, all right. And it gives us, what is this, Aothane? All right. Brando, welcome to the channel. I have it on Apple, released like an hour ago. So from what I've seen, just from people popping in the chat, and I have a friend who's on Apple, it looks like they're doing like a slow burn rollout. I don't know if that's because they weren't able to do pre-registration on Apple. But from what I've seen, you're getting it throughout the afternoon, which sucks. But yeah, other than that, I can say it should be available soon if it's not already available. But this is actually probably one of my favorite parts of this game so far. If you when you summon a character and when you go to view their character selection screen, they have these really nice backgrounds that kind of reflect them as people and characters in the story. Like Aothane is more of a generic character. He's just Aothane is the name of the Rohani spearman, so it's instead of saying spearman, it says Aothane, right? But as far as that goes, he's just kind of your standard spearman. So, but the fact that they gave him an actual Tolkien-style name is just an attention to detail I did not expect. Hey, welcome to the chat, Hulk Midget. Thanks for helping out. I've seen people, again, there have been people in the chat in the last 30 minutes or so saying it's not there. If you haven't, maybe try refreshing your app store. Or maybe there's an update you have to download first. Let's get this guy to 5. I think 5 is a good baseline for my initial team. All right. Let's go back. I don't necessarily want to gear him up quite yet. Oh, good. Thank God. I was really worried. Oh, it doesn't look like everyone has a character, but at least most of them look like they have characters or the special crystals you're going to need. So as far as that goes, that's a positive. Now, let's see. Do I have anything back at the home base before we push on through more campaign? Yeah, we got hard mode unlocked. We level 10 yet? We're level 8. All right, let's see. We got quests. Get 3 stars on mission 1-1 in the hard light campaign. Cool. Give me that gold. I'll take that gold all day. What do we got down here? Claim 90 energy? Hell yeah, give me that gold all day. Everything I've heard from people who have been playing, it's gold is your gold, and then the light and dark crystals. These guys right here are your big bottlenecks for early game. From Tana and what was that fun? The Red Dragon Inn, I think was the dude's name. He was an Australian streamer. I'm going to put some credits for the things I've learned in the description after I'm done today. Yeah, it's not available for me yet on Apple. Must be slow rollout. I'm thinking slow rollout. I would be surprised if by 4 Eastern Standard Time, right now for me it's 2 Eastern, I would be surprised if by 4 o'clock you didn't have it. I would be very, very shocked. They did this. They do this with games. I can't remember the last one that happened with recently, but I know Pokemon Go was like the biggest one I experienced where people were waiting multiple days to be able to download the app. If you have the ability to put an APK on your phone, I know Apple, again, it's really touch and go with that, but if anyone's having trouble on Android, the APK file, there's a Discord out there with it, and it does work. It's a legit file. You weren't able to access stuff early that wasn't available to everyone else. It wasn't like broken or glitched or hacky. Okay, let's go to collection. Let's give everyone a gear level. Let's give Strider a gear level because we know he's going to be quote-unquote end-game viable. No end-game yet, but, he's going to be one that we take to our final 5. Search here is Middle-earth. It's at the very bottom of everything that pops up. That's, thank you, Hulk Midget. Again, I'm not on Apple, so anyone with Apple expertise that can help our friends in the chat make sure they get their download going, that is greatly appreciated. Everyone hates being locked out of a game and having that FOMO day one. It's the worst. It is the absolute worst. Let's see. AON will gear up 1. Oh, we got to find some pieces for her. Well, we needed to sim some matches anyway. Auto win. Well, we don't want to waste that many. Let's do... screw it. Let's just do 2 because that's what we need. Nice. We found our gear. Was that enough? here. Find. Ooh. All right, they got to fix that. It didn't take me to the item I needed. Let's do one here. Yeah, let's do two. Maybe I'll get lucky and get two of them. Or none of them. Do it again. There we go. Now we got two of them. And do we need anything for that last one? Of course we do. Oh, another ring. Can we get it in two? We got 2 and 2, even better. All right, and that should help us out. Let's go back, equip all. Continue. All right. Yeah, there's our auto win objective. Should get us another level. Almost to the part where I can make the guild. Let's claim our 5 shards. Campaign journey spent complete. What? Oh, current objective reward. Okay. Cool. So we got some Aragorn shards out of today already. All right. What's in the inbox? We got more inbox? Valuable rewards. Okay. Sweet. Free stuff. More free energy. Always love that. Everyone's level 5. I think we can leave them as is for now. All right, going back to it, let's get the guild unlocked. Let's go, yeah, let's stay on normal for now. It'll just make life easier. We can kind of auto our way through everything. What should we do with the ring? The least of rings, this trifle that Sauron fancies. That is the doom that we must deem. Bring out the ring, Frodo. Why is Galadriel there in the first place? Again, just ripping lines from the book and putting them in different contexts, so that's a thing. That's wild, Zeltwitch. Well, hey, I'm glad you got into it, though, man. That's fantastic. Fantastic that you got to get into it. So we like to see everyone getting to play games and have fun today. I had to make sure I unmuted my mic for a second there. I was second-guessing myself. Oh, okay. Well, this background's a lot better. We got some decent watering over here. Again, the edges are just weirdly unpolished, just weirdly pixelated. But the arts, the colors and stuff like that don't look bad. I don't hate it. I don't know what you are, so you need to die first. Ooh, well, I had a shield. I should have known it was going to survive. Oh, ow. Ooh, okay. Can I kill you before you take your turn? Yes, I can. Awesome. Is this... I don't know if I want to stacks provoke getting hit that hard. Shoot. Hey, thanks for the comments, sitters. Yes, as a game so far, it's pretty sweet. I don't know if it's, like... Hey, thanks for the follow as well, friend. Thank you very much. Nice. Yeah, so far it's pretty good. The big thing is graphics could use some help, but the gameplay, the strategy... I mean, it's all what you expect from a hero game. It seems like it gets pretty deep the later you go. I guess we'll have to bring up our Eothane a bit more, because I don't think he's gonna make it. Hey, Aragorn graduated to 2 health bars. Very cool. Oof, yeah, Eothane might not be making it out of this one. Yeah, I definitely don't want provoke. I mean, they're going to kill you. But, yeah, that's the one thing, too, with this game. The AI will focus your weakened units and stuff like that. It is pretty brutal. And that's my first time experiencing it. But, yeah, they gave no Fs about the rest of my team. They went straight for Eothane. They're like, oh, you're the weakest one? Let's beat him up. Which is cool. That means there's going to be a layer of difficulty to this game that is sorely missed in the campaigns of other mobile games. So I'm okay with that. Hopefully this isn't a mission that gives us something we have to farm early. Ooh, what did he get hit with? Is that an ability block? Cannot receive boons. Okay. So it's not an ability block, it's a buff block. Yeah, I guess we're finding out that they wanted us to go through the hard nodes first. Alright. Let's get the might buff. I think it's funny that somehow Frodo is stronger than Strider right now. Find that a bit odd. But whatever, give him the buff. That's fine. Ha! Oh, they must have done some background buffs since the closed 2-week portion, because looks like Frodo's hitting pretty hard to me. Alright. So, that said, we either need to buff Eothane hard, or maybe we'll try the hard difficulty. Let's see what we have for him. Oh, we almost have everything. What are we missing here? A satchel? We have crap tons of energy, so... Yeah, we don't want to do 20, though. That's a big old waste. Let's do 2 at a time. Cool. We got our satchels. Hopefully that'll be enough to just auto everything. Yeah, upgrade all. Neat. Good armor and good. That's a big health gain. Okay, maybe he can actually function as intended. What do I need here? You know what? Screw it. Let's craft it. Gives him more health. I'm fine with that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Oops. Well, that's good to know. So when you complete a piece, it's going to take you right to the next piece. So don't go super hard in the paint, smashing the upgrade button, or you'll accidentally craft something you didn't mean to craft. And I just hope that that doesn't screw anything up. Let's take Strider up to 9. We finished an objective. That's pretty neat. And I know we could take Eowyn up to 9. And for those of you wondering, I'm not doing this willy-nilly. I did some research over the last few days and found out which characters are worth taking that extra step with experience, level, and gear-wise. So far, Eowyn and Strider are the two we really are going to focus on. We might use Eothane a bit more, but there are other better tanks and taunters in the game, so we're kind of holding off for those. Hey, look at that, all that stuff we just farmed for. Alright, 1-9 in the light campaign is going to give us some ability materials. Very neat. Every journey begins. Alright, we got another 5 shards, so he'll be at almost, well, he'll partway to 3. Getting him started. Anything else while I'm here? Nope. That was a lot of quests complete. Alright. Let's get back to that campaign. Go light side. Let's change difficulty to hard. Let's see what this is all about. Who's this guy? Is this Mauher, one of Ugluk's top lieutenants? He's an aggressive attacker. Yeah, a lot of the dark dudes off rip are not great from what I understand, so we'll see what we get when we get it. Alright, let's see. Well, I think we're going to go Witch King first. Ooh, glad we upgraded. Maybe I just needed to max out their levels for... let's see. Let's see if that taunt is going to make a difference. He's also got a taunt now. That sucks. It's not for a whole turn with that special taunt. It's just for those instances. That's good to know. I would imagine they hit less because they have lower HP bars. Oh, come on, Frodo. Ah, they killed my Frodo. What the hell? All right, all right. Some steep difficulty jumps once you get into the second chapter and the second part of the first hard difficulty chapter. We'd like to get 2 stars on our first run. That'd be hot. We wanted 3, but at this rate, shit. Let's give the might boost. Hopefully that'll finish it. Yep. Yeah, we lost a character, so we didn't get our 3 stars. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Alright, well, if that's the case, we might as well go level everybody all the way up. Because I don't want to be dropping stars. I planned on leveling the hobbits at some point, so that is what that is. I'm not going to feel bad about it, but again, they are a team. The Road to Rivendell team right now is not the greatest, from what I understand. So don't be, don't necessarily do what I do. I like them. I think they're awesome as far as just their synergies and what they could do later on in the game. I very highly suspect that they will be part of unlocking your first real legendary units, kind of like R2-D2 and Grandmaster Yoda in Galaxy of Heroes. I can't confirm that yet, so don't, just jump on that. But let's equip. Why not? Maybe we'll sim our way through some battles after we get everything equipped. See if we can't make these guys a little less squishy. Oh, wrong item. We need parchment to make a mallet. I don't know how that works, CG, but again, that's the part where we can just chalk it up to, video games. That's how that works. 2 more. Hey, we got level 10. There we go. All right. So we got our first guild campaign energy, more experience to level characters with. All right, guild time. I'm not the only ring bearer you found. What? Let's create a guild, friends. Let's see. What do we want our guild name to be? It can't be too generic Tolkien, because otherwise it won't come off as cool. But it can't be too obscure, because otherwise I'll get the spelling wrong. Oh, shoot. We need to look up how to spell Gondolindrim. Alright, how do I spell this? Yeah, Gondolin, easily one of my favorite Tolkien stories, The Fall of Gondolin, and the Gondolindrim, the people of Gondolin, I think is going to be a sweet... If I do that, and I can do that, yes! We'll leave it public for now. I don't see any reason to not have it be public. got... Well, we can't have that ugly orc banner. Oh, this is where someone's going to roast me for not knowing which of these is the banner of Gondolin. I want to say it's that one, actually. There's a dwarf one that's pretty neat. It's an innkeeper. This would be Rohan. This is Dol Amroth. We've got Gondor. This would be the South, or the Haradrim or the Southrons. What are the two? White Hand of Sauron. Imagine this is woodland elves, hobbits. I guess this would be for Rivendell elves, and then you've got Sauron and Hobbit, like the orcs of the Misty Mountains. I'd imagine what all those are for. Tag. Let's see. Teachers. Competitive. Social. All right. All right. Allies. Oh, we can leave Strider for now. Invites. Alright, let's see. How do I add people? Okay, so for my guildmates, or from Marvel Strike Force, if any of you are watching, you can search by the guild name, but I'm going to drop it in our Discord here real fast. Pull that up. Discord. General. It's everyone. How do I spell it? God damn it. Gondolin, D-R-I-M. Sorry, managing the Discord while I do this, friends. I'll edit this stuff out later, though. All right. I probably stole that name from somebody, too. Someone's going to be mad about that. All right, so let's go to the Guild Battle campaign. I'm not going to have any allies yet. Nice, this is the Light and Dark campaign. Alright, well, I'm not going to have an ally, so hopefully this doesn't suck too bad. All right. Minimize that. And that. Make sure we're all good. All right, stream's still all good. Here we go. Yeah, give me that air horn. What's up, Paul Midget? I'm in number 2. All right. Thank you, Crunk. So we'll have some friends for the next mission. Let's see how strong they are. Oh, not very. This was the next logical step. These are the paper mache ads I was waiting for. Blat. Give Crunk a hello there for making it into the Alliance. Or the Guild.
Hello there.
Blurp is fun. Please make liberal use of the blurps. That's why they're there. I will add more one of these days too, and we'll change their costs so they're not as free, but I don't know. Everyone's been pretty respectful with them when I'm trying to convey good information so far, so I think we can leave them cheap so everyone can have fun with it at the moment. We like to have fun around here, if you couldn't tell. Oh, who's that in the back there? Gondor Field Medic. Well, you gots to go, my guy. Yay! Tax made it! Very nice. Welcome to the Gondolindrim. The people of Gondolin, the hidden city in the mountains. Last bastion against Morgoth. Nice, that's right, we get Oogluk for free. And we get 2 extra shards from the rewards, because we got lucky. Alright. Summon time. See, like the Mordor ones have a Mordor background. I like that. That's a good touch. Why can't they do that in between the story scenes? That's my only complaint so far. My only legitimate complaint for things that I hadn't seen yet. I need the hero. We'll level him to 10. Because we need a shadow team too, so unfortunately, there's not a lot of them. And he's a leader. He probably will, full disclosure, he's not going to go too much higher than level 10. He's going to go as high as I need to get them through the campaign. Can I turn this to my guild chat? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Get my friend request in there. We want guild chat at all times. Is it derpin' hard or hardly derpin'? I just wanted to accept a friend request. Did it break it? Crunk, your friend request broke my game. Oh, we'll give it a minute. Or maybe me trying to switch chats broke the game. Hey, Buck True, thanks for dropping in. Pretty fun so far. Yeah, I just hit account level 10, which is where you start making guilds, and I was established a guild, and I'm kind of getting my chats going, and I think I crashed it, so we're going to have to restart it here real fast, but could just be day one issues too, but yeah, no, the game so far has been great. It has a very basic story. I mean, it's not... I wouldn't say it's too much to write home about so far. But again, Hero Collector games never are. Same pay stuff as the Star Wars one. Yeah, oh, they're all pay to win. That's a universal constant. But and this game unfortunately looks more expensive. It looks very much on par with games like Marvel Strike Force, which are more expensive in my opinion than Galaxy of Heroes. Because at least Galaxy of Heroes, if you spend $12 on a character pool, you have a chance of getting the whole damn character maxed out. It's a chance. You never get that in this game so far, or in Marvel Strike Force. So we'll see. The good news about this game, taking from Marvel Strike Force, is that characters are more usable at lower levels, and lower gear tier levels. So they're not. The star level is not as big a hurdle to admission, is probably the best way to say that. Let's check out the guild, though. Yay, we got some friends. Feel free to join us. A few of these two I know for sure are from my Marvel Strike Force Alliance. So, yeah. So far, though, so good. We're looking... Come on. There we go. Oof, that is... coming out the box day one with $100 crystal offer. Thank you for the follow. Holy Wolf. Thanks to have you. Yeah, get that air horde in there. give you my favorite follow.
Hello there.
The good old hello there. All right. Well, back to it, friends. We were in the guild channel. Onyx Gem 10, thanks for coming to the party. Thanks for coming and chatting and hanging out. And the follow, of course. So we're on the guild campaign right now. I should probably go back to campaigns. We got 3 stars on our first one. Let's see how the second one goes. I wonder if I leveled up my orc enough. I did not. He's going to get pooped on. Hang on. He get pooped on real hard if we take him in there like that. PSA, for those of you just joining me and who have never really delved into hero collectors before, do not, under any circumstances, go willy-nilly upgrading characters. I will just real quick overview for our new friends following the channel. I'll review real fast just kind of which characters are worth heavily investing in. But it's not all of them. Spoiler alert. It is not all of them. Let's go back here, finish getting him up a gear tier. Yeah. So, just off rip, characters that are worth investing in. Strider and Lady Eowyn, from what all the pre-launch people have been saying, these two are definitely going to be worth your time and investment getting them to match your account level. Unfortunately, from what I've heard right now, the hobbits are not. Eothane is kind of a nice middle ground character. We might as well get him to 10 and equip that gear. He's going to be a nice middle ground character. I feel like we're going to get rid of him, but he is our early game taunt tank style character. So we do want him at a decent high level so that he has the health and the armor to take the hits off the rest of the team. But again, not everyone is going to get brought up to max level. We might as well get everyone to 10. That seems like it's going to be the cost of admission for a little bit. Alright, and we're finishing all kinds of fun missions in the background. Ooh, we got an upgrade for our first ability. So this is all Road to Rivendell characters, which for right now is really only going to affect the hobbits. And we don't have the team for them yet, so we're not going to invest in that yet. That's, when do we get on the heroic charge? Gear tier 3. So actually we should get that here in just a second. We got him to 10. Let's find what we're missing here. We need a glass vial. And we do have that in a mission we can auto-win. We're going to be doing these 2 at a time. We don't want to blow all of our starting energy quite yet. Alright, so let's craft and equip all. Yeah, we want to be very judicious about the gold we spend because according to everyone who's been playing ahead of time, gold is the biggest bottleneck we're going to have to worry about. And we got our secondary special unlocked there. Let's get her to 10, get her secondary special unlocked. And again, your very beginner characters. Ooh, she's going to be a minute to get there. I don't necessarily want to waste time grinding for all that stuff right now. I think 9s and 10s across the board is going to be pretty good taking it into the guild and story missions. But first, collect all our freebies. More gold for level 10 with 2 characters. Alright, so I see there's a lot of cool bonus shard drops here too, which I think is very beginner friendly. Just for kind of going through and learning about the starts. Reach level 2 on push through ability for Strider. I bet you that is... Oh, we got 4 light characters unlocked. There's that. 2-9 in the light campaign will get us Mauer unlocked. One time on the mission 1-1 in the Shadow campaign will get us more of him. Okay. Let me see if his push through ability finishes that... We got more inbox stuff, more freebies. Some free guild energy for unlocking the guild. That's very nice. How thoughtful of them. Do we unlock more store stuff? This still pisses me off. It was $10 in a lot of other regions, and they're trying to charge us $20. That's a bit upsetting. This is just... It's 12,000 gems for $100. That's, let's see. That's only 900 more than you get for just buying it for $100. And yeah, you get... That's just so bogus. You still get some other stuff, but that is just... Oof, that's a gross offer for day one. All right, 2 more hours for our free chest. All right, let's see what his... is that the ability we needed? Ah, push through. Okay, I would much rather upgrade push through. His basic. That's fine. We like upgrading that. I don't want to upgrade his leader ability yet. It's not doing much. All right. Can we switch this? I just want to see my guild friends. Yes. What does this do? Okay, it just shows me the people in the chat. Let's accept a friend request and hope it doesn't crash my game again. All right. Let's go. Okay, now we're good. We should be all caught up. Do I have to upgrade push through twice? Level 2. Okay, yeah, it's two upgrades. Which I don't know we can get there yet. Alright, well, let's keep pushing this play. Let's go with guild campaign. Since this seems to be where we get the ability energy. And we get guild coins. Yeah, we need that. We need all that currency. Let's put Ugluk on the team. Oh, I can't borrow somebody who's currently on my squad. Riff. They didn't think that went through very well for day one. It's okay. We'll get some characters unlocked later and we'll be able to choose them. All right. Let's auto it. Who cares? These guys look like glass cannons. Yeah, him with that AoE, Strider. Yep. So, yeah, this is just the game playing for me at the moment. It's doing okay. And this is kind of the goal. You want to get to the point where you can auto these battles so that you don't have to spend every waking moment of your life staring at your screen and putting in inputs. But, hey, I like that most of the time, especially when we're here on stream trying to promote content. So, yeah, we can just hang out. Watch these guys go to town for a little bit. I'll take it off auto at the end so we can check out their goblin, the orc abilities. When we get to the final wave, I'll play that one. Maybe, ooh, ouch. Ugluk taking a beating. Hits real hard too, though. Whew. Okay, see, that was bad. Why would you use that on that character game? All right. See, and that's what makes me think maybe we don't run auto. Because the enemy's automatic is definitely smarter than ours. This looks like a pretty sad wave 3. Yeah, just target him, please. Thank you. Attack the target enemy for 120 and inflict blind. Oh, we want to do that to this guy so he can't hit me when it's his turn. Let's hit the AoE. Boom! Let's get this Blade Dancer out of here before they get to take their turn. Alright, can we finish this without taking any more damage? That's the goal. Oh yeah, Strider's got it. Hell yeah, there we go. There we go. Nice. How those blessings continue. I've earned ability materials that will allow me to upgrade my character's combat abilities. Let's put them to use, shall we? You know, make me waste them on Frodo. Oh, so it has to be a 10, so you're going to make me put him to 10 first, eh? There we go. All right. And we proceed. Who is this guy? Edric. I don't know who he's from. We'll have to get him to find out, I guess. Should buy that Hobbit pack just so I can have Pippin to loan out to people as a healer. Fear, fire, foes, attack! Alright. Denethor the Second. What? As an enemy this early? Okay, well. I don't think we need to waste any abilities. Let me get buffed, though. Goblin Rage up in this piece. Yeah, he is very squishy. Meanwhile, Aragorn over here just whooping wholesale ass. Knock him out. Knock him out. Ugh, that poison is brutal. What's this do? Attack all enemies for 110% and grab one stack of counterattack to self and one random ally. Well, for now we're just going to base it because we're not going to get countered before it expires. All right. This music's not bad. I could see myself maybe one day doing like a fun Arnold T101 style EDM remix to some of these background tunes. Yeah, the veteran I feel like is going to hit pretty hard. Let's get him out of here. Ah, now we can attack all. Get the counter up on somebody. I gave it to Frodo. Dope. Let's get this archer out of here if we can. Oh no, we got weakened. We're not going to kill him before he takes his moves. So let's try to get the sergeant out before it gets to swing. Hey, the counter came in handy. All right. And we're making it. Wave 3. All right. Oof, this looks like it could get rough. We've got a sage back here. I imagine that's going to be their healer, so let's take that out. The taunts. I don't think anyone's in risk of dying, so let's just kill the healer. Robel. That's got to be a unique Wubate. The Blade Dancer can poison me. I don't like that. Let's try to get that out of here, shall we? Ooh, and a blind. Sweet. That was a clutch miss. Let's hit the Aragorn AoE, which does all attacks all enemies for 100% damage. The fact that that's going to go above 100% later on is going to be super cool. Let's buff. Provoke. Murder. Yeah, we're going to have to gear him up. Well, this should kill that. Yep. We are taking some hits early, friends. So again, refreshing change of pace makes you actually use your team's skills and kind of know what they do. You can't just breeze through this not paying attention completely. All right. And we just keep on rolling. Does this have a limit? No, I can... Ooh. Ooh. Let's see how many we get. That's kind of neat. There is no limit to how many we can sim on these normal battles. That's pretty cool. Pippin. Again, I'm probably going to buy the pack. So that is what that is. Yeah, let's keep rolling. Let's roll through these battles, get everybody unlocked, see what we can push for. Fear, fire, foes. I was really hoping they would switch that up throughout, but again, still day one. Gotta leave hope and room for improvement, I believe. Can we kill one of these guys before they hit? Nope. I mean, if y'all want to taunt, then it doesn't really mean much now, does it? Alright. Nope, we're just going to regular attack it. Nope, we'll just regular attack again. Man, these guys get chonky quick in this game. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Makes you work for it. It's actually something worth watching when I'm streaming this, which is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought for sure I was going to hit full auto and just kind of sleep through this, but alas, here we are using the big brain. Not mad about it. Not mad at all. You know what? Let's see if we can clean this up quick. We don't want to take too much damage here. Boop. Yep. Nice! That counter got him. He's going to move first, so we might as well finish him off. Ah, one. Ooh, nice. They had slow turn meter. Very nice. All right, incoming. Hopefully another 3-star finish. All right, let's see. Sorry, I was adjusting a setting. We have a troll handler, a couple Gondor lookouts, and Tordok. I don't know what Tordok does. Handler sounds like support, so we want to make sure we get that out of here quick. That's blind, so I don't have to worry about it. Let's knock this guy down a couple pegs. Give him that hot burning. Good, he carried that provoke. Ooh, yeah, that was what gave that healing. We need to make sure that that dies. Oh, I don't even care about missing that buff. Yeah, see? It kind of negated that burn damage we did to him there. That's all right, they all got it. No! Bad. Stop attacking my orc dude. I don't have any provoke at the moment. Nice. Let's get in there. Get this done. Oh, are you shitting me, game? Ah! Screw it. Stupid orcs. Thanks for the follow, Onyx Gem. Sorry I missed that. It's been a few minutes, about 18 of them, but I appreciate you. Oh, that's irritating. All right, let's go figure this orc guy out, I think, is going to be the key. Because we're going to need to make sure we can 3-star this. All right, let's see. Oh. What does this give him? Armor. Okay, well, that'll help. Let's give this man some armor. What is this? Oh, he gains provoke? I don't want him provoking. He's like paper thin. Ick. Ick. We need somebody else. What's Edric do here? I don't think he's one of the recommended characters, unfortunately. Let me see. I had Lord of the Rings GG pulled up. Yeah, he's not there yet. I guess we'll push on. It just feels bad. What's he do? Oh, see, he gets regen. And he is a human, which humans are a good team. You know what? We got crap tons of energy, and I'm not opposed to spending a couple bucks to get some more. Let's take another 8 swings at it. Only 4. Needs 5 more. Let's try it. Ugh. That's okay. We have refreshes. It's 100 for 120, so it's double what my current is. There's the big one. All right, let's get this dude unlocked. Yeah, he's a villain character too, which is good. We'll need him. Let's get him to 10. Let's find this man some gear. We don't want to do that many, but let's do like 10 because I know this is something that keeps popping up that we need. And look at that, another level for more energy anyway. Hey, we got more guild energy too. Sweet. Very cool. That's about how I thought that was going to go. Now, what does that give us the ability to do for him so far? Just that one piece, eh? All right. All right, friends. You know what? I gotta piss like a racehorse again. Been up early all day, going over this game. So let's do a sim battle while we're waiting. Let's go back through here, and with the new team we have, let's try to auto it and see if we can't get through. These are lights only. All right, guys. I'll be right back. As soon as this loads. Hey, we got the 3-star on that one that time. Very cool. All right. Thank you for your patience. Let's get back to our boy and try to get him some gear. All right, it's Edric. Let's find some of this. Let's just do 10. All right, so each of these 6 slots seems like it has its own unique type of equipment. All right, let's see. Keep looking. Yeah, see, that's the fun part about doing this is for every, like, 120 to 240 we spend right now, I mean, we're getting very close to our next level. Yeah, see, everyone needs the same crap to start with. So putting in 60 energy apiece on these to get spares for other units, it's going to help us out later too. And again, we're not above using crystal refreshes to get more characters. So, okay, man. We need more rings. Rings! Thankfully, rings are a part of the game. I would have been really shocked if they didn't have ring equipment for characters. Alright. Alright. Now this guy should get a level. A gear level. And hopefully he doesn't suck as bad as that orc Ugluk, dude. I mean, Ugluk's kind of a peen in the story, too. Oh, we can get 2 gear levels, eh? Well, why not? We farmed all that stuff. Might as well put it to good use, right? So he's gear 3. I don't think I want to upgrade his attack. Eowyn's gear 2. Let's get her to gear 3. Because we know we'll need her. What is defensive? Block the next hit from an enemy attack. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll give her an upgrade to that. Let's see. Oh, Ugluk was only gear 2, huh? Well, again, we're going to need to get him up a little bit, so we'll cringe at spending some energy. We'll need more parchment. See, another level, another 120 some energy more than likely. Or 671. It's the 11 levels we've gotten since starting. So, and we got 7. Cool. So we should have a whole bunch that we can now upgrade. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we got a nice little start to our roster. We've got 2 villain-style characters, 4 heroes, so we're well on our way. Is anything new in our store? Any of our shops loaded in yet? Not yet. Gotta keep playing and unlock stuff. We got some objectives complete. 10 guild battles. We'll claim that for some experience. Win 10 missions. Oh. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go cruise through the story some more. Holy Wolf, thanks for your first time in the chat. This game, don't set your hopes too high for launch. It has been fun so far. It has a lot of really good Tolkien lore references, including things like Earendil being your tutorial guide, mentions of Aule. I know for a fact there's some references to Tom Bombadil later in the game. So there's some very good stuff in this game as far as appealing to your Tolkien sense. Haven't seen anyone talk about Edric yet. From the collection? Edric? That guy? Where's he at? Edric. I don't have anything from Edric. Unless I scrolled past him and I missed him. Chances are, if you haven't heard of the character, they're not very good. The only reason I went ahead and unlocked Edric, actually I had 2 reasons. First reason being, we go to this guild right here. And where was it? I have to set my defense person. How do I do that? Or was that back through the collection screen? I could do that. Where was that? Well, that's going to favor him. Yeah, no, he just got upgraded to 10 so I could survive, but he's not going to be a staple character. Forgets the character you just unlocked because they're so forgettable. Dunland will probably have a team later on in the game once it's been out for a bit, but again, the dark side ones you get earlier just for minimum investment so you can get into the campaign. You probably won't be using them very often. Basically, too, if you don't recognize somebody from the lore of the game, it's a safe bet that they are a minion-style character. Let's see. Where do I set that character at? Is it under guild campaigns, maybe? Because I wanted to let other people use Edric. Weird. I'll have to look into that. Guilds and edit. Thank you. So options under banner. Okay. Thank you. Would you suggest Pippin is your guild ally? Yes. If you've unlocked Pippin, absolutely use Pippin. Everything I've heard from folks like Tana, Mobile Gamer, Arnold, Red Dragon Gaming, they all recommend Pippin. And he is a good early game healer. He has synergy with more than just the Road to Rivendell team. He's got cleanses and heals early game, and he's the only early game healer you can grind for. If you're a person who spends, this is probably the only pack that I've unlocked so far worth buying. Just because you get so many of each Hobbit. They're not really useful yet outside of Pippin. You can use them to unlock Sam, but from everything I've heard from people playing since the soft launch on April 26th, the Hobbits are just underpowered at the moment. But I think bang for your buck, this is the best one you can buy. Especially if you're familiar with how shards and mechanics work from other games like Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force. That's a good deal. But the fact that it's day one and they're hitting me with a $100 offer feels bad. So we'll see what happens with this game and monetization and how that affects it. But for now, it's been really fun. Let's see. Options. That's not it. It was the other one. Allies, I bet. Yep. Smart man. Third person. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good deal by Swogo standards. This game is already, I think, asking for more money than Swogo. Which, just on a day one release, I don't think is great. It's not a great look. It's very money grabbing. But that's a good pack. Star Wars Dad was showing off some video of the game, and there was like a $5 gold pack where it was like 500 energy and 32,000 gold. I want that. That's the pack I want to buy. It's $5. Gives me a bunch of crap I know I'm going to use. That's the ticket. All right, let's keep grinding. Let's get out of here. And see, unfortunately, well, I guess no. I like Strider. I don't need a guild ally. We'll get some people. The guild is open for if anyone watching needs a guild that's going to be more than just beginners throwing at things. I like to be open, and usually people weed themselves out based on activity, not by behavior, in my experience. Let's get that charge in. Man, these guys, this Denethor over here is tanking it. And see, this is why you want Pippin, because that was a lot of damage, and I'm not even done with Wave 1 yet. Yeah, that's why everyone recommends Pippin, because he's going to be your best chance to heal. Cleanse 2 Banes from self and 1 Bane from all allies. Attack the target enemy for 100 damage and 5% additional damage per Bane cleanse. We won't have any Banes yet, so let's just regular attack. Attack the target enemy for 2 times, 85% damage per hit, and gain 1 stack of defensive. If Mauer is an ally, and still deal 100% damage per hit, and also grant 1 stack of defense to him. Nah, we don't need to do that to kill this guy. Let's kill the field medic. Oh, that burn. Good, the burn got him. That's what we like to see. I don't think we're going to waste the specials on this phase. Fabiev, welcome to the chat. Do you have it on BlueStacks? I don't see it. I'm not using BlueStacks for mine. I'm using... actually, I'm running it through my Samsung phone via Samsung Dex, the app, which was just a plug-in to my laptop to use. It didn't require any real special setup. It's been available on BlueStacks. Make sure you're searching Heroes of Middle-earth and not Lord of the Rings. It's part of the title, but... people on Apple have been finding it on the very bottom of the list. Ooh, that was a neat... What did he do to me for that, though? Nothing, it looked like. People have been having problems with it populating at the very bottom of the list or not showing up in the right spots on Apple. And I think somebody had problems on Google earlier in the chat, too. Just it won't show up. Like mine, I had it pre-regged. It didn't auto-install. I had to go in manually to install it. Yeah, so it's having some day one issues, I think, with just popping up in the app stores properly. But I know I've seen it on BlueStacks for weeks because you were able to play the regional beta on there for a long time through BlueStacks. So yeah, my recommendation would be try looking towards the bottom of the list. Maybe it's in a weird place compared to where you would think it would be, or like the top of the list. LoTR HoME for a search option, right? Use the acronym to help. It's a little goofy, dorky picture of Frodo as the icon, a very cartoony one. So if you're looking for it, that's what it looks like. And it's LoTR HoME. Oof. Oh, that's Faramir, the Ranger. Okay. So not Faramir, our Faramir from Gondor. It is a Faramir. Oh, he's stealthed? Is that what that is? Protection. Yeah, stealth. The stealth effect just went away. Yeah, a lot of day one graphical bugs so far. It's been the number one thing I've noticed as far as negatives go. But the graphics were already not really something to write home about. So, yeah. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we're going to have to just keep pushing through story chapters and stuff till we can come back and 3-star the Pippin stuff. Oof, we might not clear this one, friends. Yeah, Pippin. That's who we're really grinding for. Well, might as well do this. Get the counter chance. Let's work down the Troll Stonebreaker. He seems like he would probably hit pretty hard. He's down. Now we'll get Moria Troll Handler. That's going to be their healer. Yay, countered. Oof. Yeah, day one on this game is way more challenging than I expected. The problem with is world chat won't load for me. That's okay. I'm going to keep it real. There hasn't been a lot of world chat worth following. Most guilds day one are open to the general public, so I wouldn't really worry about getting in with a guild. Again, mine's open, the Galadrim. Or, no, Gondolindrim. I'll put it up on the screen here and when I lose in a second. Yeah. I got killed by Bolg. Ugh, feels bad. That's okay. So yeah, this is our... So far it seems 1-5 in the guild missions... And 2, where are we at here? 2-2 was, or 2-1 was a little bit of a reality check, but I think we were supposed to do guild missions first. And then the hard campaign definitely takes, The hard campaign definitely takes a step in a more difficult direction after you get through that first mission. What is this guy? Is this our Gondorian archer? Herendil? Dol Amroth archer. Yeah, he's your non-generic Gondor archer. And this guy is Yeftu. Villain character. Villain minion character. Yeah, that dudes are mean. Alright, well, let's get back to the light campaign. Let's see if maybe we can push further here. Nah, hey! Hi, you're live. Alright. It's weird that I go to chat and it takes away the background music. Very weird. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the fun stuff. Galadriel, you are not yourself. No, Elrond, all of Middle-earth will bow to me. Typical brainwashed, brainwashed companion stuff from hero collectors. Also, Onyx Gem, thank you for the first time chat. Which dude was mean? Because they're all pretty mean to me at this point. I like the load screens. I like the book references again. I'm just going to keep bringing up stuff as the stream goes on because not everyone's been here for all of my ramblings as I've been playing today. Yeah, they have you jumping around missions a lot. Like, it seems like you do a couple guild missions and you're supposed to jump back, do more light side missions. It has you hopping back and forth as far as the difficulty is concerned by the looks of things. Man, that feels good. Elrond, like, so here's another one. The fact that it's not just like healing, whatever, it's Vilya's light, which is his ring of power, the elven ring of air and diamond, whatever. Oh yeah, the big guy in that guild mission hurt bad. Bolg. If you're not familiar with Bolg, he is he was, I can't remember if it was Bolg or Azog. Azog was the son of Bolg, I'm pretty sure, and they were the first ones to really mess with the dwarves in the mines of Moria. Kick them out, kill their king, all that fun jazz. So the fact that I got killed by Bolg, not too, I mean, it feels bad, but canonically it would make sense. It's nice that it's Bolg and not generic Goblin number 6 or whatever. Lorien Zealot, Scout, Longshot, Scholar, and Keeper. The Keeper, Scholar, Zealot are probably buff utility characters. Let's take them out first, shall we? All right. Yeah, these are definitely easier than, than the guild mission for Pippin. Definitely easier than the guild mission for Pippin. All right. Wave 3, fight. It's got a staff, right? Oh, infantry, adept. Scholar. So let's go for this adept first. Again, seems like another support character. We want to target them first. Let's give him some temporary taunts. This is a single target. Yeah, cleanse 2 Banes. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Just, let's use the attack up. Alright. Dead. Go after the long shot. Yeah, this is the fun part where everything is on the cusp of easy and you're still unlocking everything. Hopefully by the end of the next few hours of the stream, we'll be a lot closer to like level 20, 25. We'll be able to play in the arena. We'll be able to really start maxing out some characters and investing in some new stuff. All right. 3 stars. Yay! My guild friend says, hello, little people in the computer, if you're not checking the chat. I'm only going to keep my guild chat on, and some of my guild members watch the stream or just hip to the fact that I stream, so you never know, you might get some fun little Easter eggs in there from them. Well. Ooh, she's manipulating their minds. How can we stop her now? With opening our wallet and spending a bunch of money on the Hobbit pack. That's how we're going to stop her. All right. For real, though. All right, things are staying pretty reasonable. Oh, he's a mender. It's got to be the healer. Take his ass down. Things are getting a little more reasonable as far as campaign difficulty. I think it's taken us through the tutorial swings, and now we are in a spot where we're just meant to coast for a little bit, which is fine. Bow, bow. Feels good. If anyone wants, let me know. I'll slow down the combat mechanics so you can get a better view of some of the moves. Because sometimes they have little interactions with each other and stuff. All right. Keep it on, keep it on. All right. What's this do? It's a single. That's the buff cleanse, the debuff cleanse. We want to save that. Keeper, long shot, protector, sharpshooter, adept. Let's go for the adept first. Don't want to waste the special. You know what? Let's do this. Give some of the one-shot provoke. What's going to attack first? You're going to attack first. Let's get rid of you. Ah, she was first. Nice. The counter got her. Keep swinging. All right. Yeah, this feels way better. I think we were up swinging earlier. All right. Zealot, skirmisher, no healer. Keeper might have heals. Let's get rid of the keeper. You know what? Let's just auto it. Stretch. Take a little break. And that's why you gotta upgrade your units every few missions, because as you can see by my gameplay, every 3 or 4 gameplay missions you hit a small wall, and you gotta upgrade your units, which, again, if you're played a hero collector, it's pretty par for the course, but, you know, people might come back and watch this in posterity who never played a hero collector before, just want to check out a Lord of the Rings game and kind of see what they're in for. So, gotta keep those, you know, general tips out there. The Elves of Lorien have gone mad. I love that they have Elrohir in here, too. I mean, that's somebody you never get to see in the movies, but Elrohir and Elros is the other one. Just really cool characters from the books. Sons of Elrond. Great ranger combatants in their own right. So I've just been given an offer for Elrohir, 100 shards for 30 euro. I think it's pretty close to 30 USD. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's one of those deals where, like, the Hobbit one for 20 is not bad because you're getting them, and they're not as useful, which is probably why they upped the price but doubled the shard count from the initial offer. Elrohir is one of the better characters in the game right now, from everything I've heard from other streamers like Tana and Red Dragon Gaming and things like that. He is one of the big ones. Yeah, I don't know where they're getting this day one pricing, honestly. It's a little disappointing. Because, again, I saw that it was 100 shards for each Hobbit for $10, and then there's a $5 deal on Star Wars Dad's stream the other day that I was watching his recording, and I was really excited for that. That seemed like a very reasonable cost for what they were offering. And, of course, they had other unreasonable ones, but let's auto this. You know, it's just one of those things where they're trying to copy Marvel Strike Force, and by doing so, they're trying to copy the user investment. They want people who are leaving MSF due to the company takeover from Scopely into the, is it the Saudi Private Investment Fund? I mean, it's not that big of a deal for your average gamer, but suffice to say, when a company spends billions of dollars to acquire your studio and your IP, it's not because it's not a profitable game. And the problem I have with that game right now. It's something I stream on this channel too. So if you want Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force content, you can find that on this channel as well. Specifically Strike Force, I started that 6 months ago while waiting for this game to drop. And I spent more money than I'm proud of on that game, and it looks like they want me to do the same thing here, which is upsetting. But the difference, and a very important difference to understand, is that if you stick with this game right now, you play every day, you don't have to play gangbusters all the time every day. I mean, you can take it a little easier. You can, only log on a few times a day for a couple minutes at a time. Eladan, was Eladan and Elro here. There we go. Glad to see you haven't fallen under the shadow. Defend the city and regroup with father. Yep. All right. So, as far as that goes, people watching, you can play these games, especially when you start on launch or like the week or month of launch. You can play these games completely free to play and have fun and never have the FOMO that you get from other games when you jump in late. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, the biggest reason I spend money on Marvel Strike Force isn't necessarily because it's super impactful to my account. It's because they hit you with the FOMO. They put in certain characters, and they're like, this is the only way you're going to get it. So in Marvel Strike Force, it's been Kang recently. Like, everyone, you needed Masters of Evil. Kang was the staple character. And unless your whole alliance was wailing on the game to unlock certain milestones, or unless you were willing to fork out $35 goddamn dollars for 50 shards, which in order to unlock them from scratch, you need to buy that twice. So that's $70 to get a 3-star character. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. And it's very disheartening that this game is already kind of starting off with that precedent. I was really excited to play this game and spend what money I could spend on this game, because my experience with Catholic Games was they weren't... well, it was blatantly greedy is probably the easiest way to put it. They weren't as painfully, blatantly greedy, at least in my opinion, in Galaxy of Heroes as Scopely is in Marvel Strike Force. But apparently they're going for that running. They're an EA studio, so, EA, the inventor of microtransactions in AAA games, and arguably one of the worst game studios ever as far as, like, how much they monetize everything. And, this is an M-rated stream, how much they fuck their consumers. It was only a matter of time before they got caught up on their mobile game end of that spectrum, which is, again, it's upsetting, but yeah, it is what it is. That's just the way these games are going. On FIFA, oh my God, Holy Wolf, I could feel your pain on Swog. I've been playing that game for 3 years, and I've put a decent chunk of change into it. It's probably, with that game, I bought the Hyperdrive bundle when I started, but that's such a better deal than the stupid $100 bundle they're offering you right now in this game. And I played for about 4 months. I was at level like 70-something before I bought the Hyperdrive bundle. And I think I spent like $50 when I got the game, because I bought the game for Revan. They suckered me hard. They suckered me real hard for Revan. And I didn't really know anything about Hero Collectors at the time. So it's part of why I'm hyped to stream this game, is because maybe I can help some people avoid the mistakes I made when I first started playing Hero Collectors. And I love Lord of the Rings. You can ask me lore questions for days, and as long as I got some time to think about it, usually I'll come up with the best answers. But man, oh boy, FIFA. Whew. FIFA hurts. FIFA hurts. Those FIFA gold packs, man. I used to run a GameStop. Let me tell you, I know all about the FIFA gold packs. Oh boy. Looks like we got our second freeze of the day. Which, it's a day one launch. Global. You would hope they wouldn't have as many issues as I've seemingly had, but usually when it does this, it's because it's trying to download something and hasn't finished doing in the background what it's supposed to be doing. Come on, give me my little options bar, please. There we go. Isn't responding. Yeah, I'll close it, reopen it. That's okay. Lore question. Why don't the Balrogs wear pants? Okay, well, that's movie representation, Balrog, I'm guessing. And if I had to take an educated guess, They don't need to wear pants because they just use the smoke and fire exuding from their bodies to cover any private parts. But actually, the more I think about it, a deeper lore answer to that would be is that Balrogs are corrupted Maiar, which are like gods with a little g in Tolkien's universe. And as far as Maiar are concerned, they have no physical shape. They create their physical shape using their consciousness based on what they relate to in Middle Earth. So, like, Gandalf is a Maiar, right? He's a good example of a Maiar. I need to maximize this. Gandalf is a great example of a Maiar. Gandalf doesn't have to represent himself as an old man. And as seen in, Return of the King, he has a lot more going on for him than just wisdom when he's Gandalf the White. And that is part of all that. So if I had to imagine, it's probably because they don't have genitalia because they chose not to take a gender. Well, if Gandalf wanted to represent himself as a giant cloud of light and ray of sunshine, then yeah, he probably wouldn't have to wear pants either, which is well within his ability as a deity in Middle-earth. So, and you never know, man. He's wearing those robes. You don't know if he's got pants under those robes all the time. You don't know. I don't know, at least. I don't know if they talk about that in canon in the books. All right, get some Aragorn shards here. All right. Don't roll pants because real Chads let it hang. See, these are the fun things in the chat that we like to interact with. This is how you have a good time. But yeah, that's probably, if I had to take an actual reason, that's probably why they don't wear pants. Your character Strider was used. Oh, hey, yay, someone used my Strider, so I get some guild tokens. Very cool. All right. Let's get back to it. See if we can get another auto battle going without it crashing on me. Skip this for now. Ready. Oh, I think there was something. Oh, okay, it loaded that time. We gonna re-roll for something in this game? Re-roll? What are we gonna re-roll for? Also, welcome first time to the chat there, Xeno, or Xeno0. Ooh, that's tricky. All right. That's auto, so we can chat. I'm not, if you're asking if I'm going to spend crystals for characters, as far as, like, the chests, the answer is no. And for anyone watching, I would highly not recommend spending your crystals for anything except for energy refreshes. From what I understand, again, from the pre-game, the pre-launch beta stuff, there will be certain characters that are worth spending some of your crystals on in the character store when it opens up later on in the leveling of the campaign and stuff. But crystals like this game, in this game, and also like games like SWOGO, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and Marvel Strike Force, they're like your most valuable resource, and they are what you spend money on if you're going to buy things in game with. So probably not going to do a bunch of re-rolling for characters today. We will in the future, maybe if they have some good deals on crystals or something like that. It's just, I think today we're going to try to push as far as we can, kind of talk basic strategy and synergy, see what works. So far, I mean, we're just light side chapter 2. I think we're level 12. If not, we're level 11. Haven't upgraded all the characters yet either because, again, we're just kind of slow rolling them. The nice thing about this game so far is we've had guides, basically. We've had people like Tawna and Mr. Mobile Gamer and Arnold and, people kind of playing it and telling us what to expect. Although, we've secured Rivendell at great cost. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm going to buy that Hobbit pack, probably. When the shadow has passed. Hey. The fight continues at the city's edge. I think the biggest... If I'm going to make a complaint that's not graphics, the story sucks. I could almost take no story over how little effort they've put into this story, which as a Tolkien game is not a great endorsement. But again, so far they've been making up. Look at this. You've got Galadriel using her Ring of Power. which is like just, again, if you're not hip to the books, you don't really necessarily know what that looks like. So it's kind of neat that they're giving you some context to things we've heard about before. Yeah. I never think elves and orcs would work together. Yeah, they don't work together. That's because it's a video game. That's video game logic for you. I also think it's funny they changed like Rivendell's support to whatever their real name here is in the character select list, but they haven't changed it in the in the message system. That's pretty funny, like in the in-game dialogue and stuff. Or they left them like that and they want ours to seem more unique. I can take that too. That's not an awful idea. All right, keep on with it. Let's roll. Yeah, we'll get Sam unlocked this week more than likely. I don't know if we'll get him unlocked right away, but I'm definitely going to be putting time in buying that pack once we hit a wall today. Oh, if there was glare on my face because I left my PS5 screen on. Oops. Let's see. I don't know if anyone else has Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, Tolkien questions and you want to keep chatting. Leave it up. Put it out there in the chat because I'm just going to probably auto and watch these guys and see what who struggles. And turn off my TV so I'm not getting extra glare. Thankfully, the borrowed units haven't sucked. I hate when games give you a borrowed unit and then they're paper mache. Rafe, what's going on? What am I playing on PS5 right now? Well, my go-to game is always Destiny 2. That's kind of like the one I've been playing with my buddies for years, and that's the go-to. I just finished Platinum Trophying Jedi Fallen Order, not Jedi Survivor. Just got through Fallen Order for the first time and got my Platinum. Slowly working my way through God of War Ragnarok. And my big multiplayer game, though, right now has been Monster Hunter Rise, specifically the Sunbreak expansion. I just picked that up recently. I'm a huge Monster Hunter fan. I've been playing that game for at least 20 years, if not a little longer. I'm old, is what it is. But I've had a bunch of buddies playing that with me, too. So, and that's where my PS5 time goes. And then everything else gaming-wise I do is pretty much on mobile, which is the focus of my Twitch. Sometimes you'll catch me on here streaming Destiny stuff, like on raid releases and stuff like that. But I try to keep the Twitch mostly to mobile gaming just because it's a lot easier to follow. And eventually, in the very near future, like in the next couple of days, I'm going to start porting a lot of my stuff over to YouTube as well so it doesn't vanish on me. Yeah, see, like that little mini dialogue is not even necessary. Just let the match end. I don't care. Nice. Jedi Survivor. I've heard nothing but good things, except for the bugginess. But again, it's everything else about the game has just, I've heard, is improved by leaps and bounds, from graphics to gameplay mechanics, combat style. I'm very excited to play it. Very, very excited to play it. I just had to make a budgeting choice this month, and Lord of the Rings and Monster Hunter took the cake because those are things I can do with my friends. So, all right, let's keep it on rolling. But yeah, I'm super excited to get to Jedi Survivor. As soon as that sucker goes on sale, I got a birthday coming up in June. Who knows? I might get to treat myself. What are you doing here? Hitches when switching to cutscenes. And see, that's the thing, too. A lot of people I've seen play it are mostly on PC, and I've heard that's where most of the problems are. Although I have a buddy playing it that's actually going to be playing this with me, too. And he was telling me, I mentioned that there were bugs and crashes, and, you know, just to be careful, save often. And he got to a point, and he's like, dude, it was like 2 hours after you said that to me, it happened. All right. I like how you call him Aragorn, but he's Strider. Whatever. Little inconsistencies, but that's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm super stoked to play that game. I've heard nothing but good things, and I enjoyed the first one a lot more than I thought. I'm not a fan of like the Soul-style combat games. I like the difficulty. It's just, I don't know. I don't have the patience for multiple games like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded because my first experience was Demon Souls, and that's the hardest one they ever made. But either way, that's not typically my cup of tea. So the fact that I really fell in love with Fallen Order and went through all the pains to platinum it and stuff, and I'll definitely get Survivor. Definitely going to get Jedi Survivor. Yeah. So far, so good, though. Let's see. Still cruising through thing, what is this? Chapter 2.5 or whatever this. So far, the upgrades. No one's above level 10. Gear tier 2 to 3. For any of you who've just popped in and you're curious as to where this team's at, that it's just kind of autoing. It's level 10, gear 2 and 3. Oh, man, that's so fun. For anyone who's Swogo hip, feel free to drop in the chat who you think their first legendary is going to be. And I got Gardner's Journey for Sam. I don't think he's a legendary. If I'm going to compare that to anything, that's like the character unlock events. That's like what's going on right now. Not Kirstanton. Tarful. And like those characters that they have going on right now from Jedi Fallen Order and Swogo, or like the Invaders events in MSF. I think that's kind of what that Sam event is going to be. And again, they haven't confirmed anything, so take everything I'm saying as speculation because it is. But I swear to God, you're going to need Strider and the Four Hobbits to unlock somebody like Gandalf or Legolas or Gimli or Boromir or something like that. Or maybe to unlock Aragorn, son of Arathorn, his second iteration. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't think so, you're crazy. You're going to get Strider, right? First character. Then you're going to get Aragorn, son of Arathorn, a la the Two Towers and maybe the early part. See, that's what I thought too. Gandalf the Grey, Holy Wolf, because of if it's Road to Rivendell, it was the Four Hobbits, Strider, and Gandalf were the main characters in that part of the story. How wild would it be if it was Tom Bombadil, though? But I really hope it's Gandalf. I think a lot of people probably downloaded this game. So how many Chewbacca's? 17? Well, they actually finally made Wookiees an actual cohesive team when they just put in Tarful. So, but yeah, you got Vandor Chewbacca. You've got the Legend Journey Chewbacca. You got Clone Wars Chewbacca. You've got Chewbacca C-3PO. So at least 4. And then, they just added Tarful. You have Kirstanton. Am I missing any Wookiees? I think I got all the Wookiees. But, yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me. You're going to get 3 Aragorns. You're going to get one for, like, each iteration of his journey. Hopefully the last one's not Aragorn. Hopefully it's Erendil Tarkantil. Right? That's how you say it? Strider? Yeah. Elf-friend Strider. His royal name. All right, 2-8. Still autoing strong. But again, that's probably like a year or two off. I don't think, that's how these games get you. They string you along with little updates, little improvements, and what makes you good at these kind of games in the long run is being able to like last through the boredom in between, or through the daily grind of just logging in, claiming your shit, getting out. I thought you were gonna say Chris Hansen to catch a predator guy. No. I just read something about him not too long ago, too. That's funny that you bring him up. Headed to the woods. We must catch them. If anyone wants me to read this in, like, character, I can give it a shot. I'm pretty good at voices, but... yeah, there's so many... some people might dislike it. I actually kind of like the variant system. Kirstanton. Pretty sure I mentioned him. But yeah, he's, Oh, yeah, Kirstanton like Chris Hansen to catch a predator. That makes more sense now. Thank you. Thank you for realizing the look on my face. Like, I saw kind of where you were going, but I didn't quite make it. Yeah, so I mean, some people don't like the multiple iterations of heroes. I actually really like it in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes because it lets you take like lore accurate snippets of a character and say, okay, I want Anakin Skywalker in the game, but obviously there's got to be a top tier Anakin Skywalker. But how do you get there? So they're like, well, let's do General Skywalker from Clone Wars, which at the time was, their first big step in a new direction. And that character still kicks ass wholesale. I'm still trying to unlock him myself. And then you get Lord Vader, which is like final phase of Anakin Skywalker, where, yeah, he's not as good as he probably should be in that game. But the progression path is there. And I would like, especially with the more limited lineup of characters in this game, I think it would be really neat to see how they take these base characters and evolve them. Like, if you're a book fan, if there's not a character, Samwise the Brave and Frodo of the Nine Fingers and the Ring of Doom, that's a mouthful. Maybe they'll find some way to abbreviate it. But, like, they leave open these really cool opportunities for, like, canonical lore changes to characters and upgrades to them later on down the road. So I think just with the nature of it being high fantasy and Lord of the Rings, that the variant nature will work a lot better for this game than it will for games like Marvel Strike Force or games that don't have a big IP. All right, can I say she appeared and moving to the middle by sorcery? Cloak figure must be involved. Which I'm still banking my odds that the cloak figure is just one of you guys that I'm playing against. That's how they'll end up explaining that at the end of the core year 1 or year 2 story. I didn't get any gear for that. That's lame. Don't tell me there was gear available for that. Ah, okay, it's a blue piece of gear though. It's rarer. All right. Let's play this one. It's 2-9. It's the end of the chapter. Figure cloaked shadow. Find continues down by the Bruinen. Again, see, like, my big complaint is you're going to mention all these cool locales and you're not going to give me anything in that background behind the two characters talking. That's a level of lazy. That's what that is. It wouldn't surprise me if this game actually needed more time to cook and develop, but they're just being pushed behind the scenes. Look at this. There's water detail back here. This water has more detail than some of the characters in this game. Like this, that blows my mind. And that's what makes me think that we're going to see a lot of early, like first 3-month patches to kind of fix the visual fidelity for things, maybe add graphical options to the game for people running it on different devices, because that water looks way too damn good for the rest of the game to look as crappy as it does. All right, let's see. What do we got? We got a bunch of orcs. We got a scout. We got a protector. Captain. You can go first. Oh, no, we lost the background music. You know what? Let's turn the music off. I'm going to leave the SFX on. Let's pull up some stream beats, shall we? Let's kind of get ourselves going. Play some just chill background. Let me know how if you can in the chat, for those of you listening actively, let me know how this comes through. Because it was coming through fine when I was recording, but a lot of times recording and live stream can come across different. So if it comes through too loud or too invasive over the rest of the game, let me know. I'll adjust. Should see if I can license some of the Dislight music for this. Because, man, some of those tracks are hot. Ooh, evade. I should have checked what buff that was. That's the best part about learning a new hero collector, getting to learn what all the dumb little symbols mean for a second or third or fifth time. Just hero collector problems. We'll find some hype stuff for a good battle later on. We're just keeping it chill. But yeah, it's actually really nice that you can download those songs and stuff for stream beats for free, so I can put them in playlists and cycle repeat and things like that, and not have to leave the web browser open. Getting better at this whole stream thing, adding some quality to the experience. Yeah, we over-leveled a bit too high, I think. That's okay. 3 out of these characters right now, the human characters, as far as PvP endgame stuff go, it's a mix of humans and goblins. From everything I've seen so far, we'll see if that changes with, because we're supposed to be getting new characters on a pretty regular basis, from what I understand, for the first 4 to 6 months. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, I don't think we'll get anything new first week. We'll have Sam to hunt after, other Hobbit stuff. So I'm really hoping they announce something for those Hobbits soon. I don't think it'll be a rework. I think you'll definitely see them, though, they'll probably be a team that becomes more useful at higher gear or higher star level. It wouldn't actually surprise me if this game pulls the old switcheroo and takes the, oh yeah, they work at lower levels from MSF, and but then certain ones you have to have at a higher star level. Wraith, MSF releases 5 characters a month. It was brutal. I quit a year ago. So I've been playing that game for about 6 months. And I lead an alliance, which is probably the biggest reason I'm still playing that game. Because I've felt disgusted about the amount of money I've spent. So, yeah, it's been rough. That game is... And this game, unfortunately, seems like it's taking that game's price structure, which I hope isn't the norm, because I don't mind spending money on mobile games, but the thing I hate most about MSF, and I'm going to be putting out a 6-month review in the next couple days for that game from just my personal experience. The thing I hate so much about that game is I spend money and it feels like I've done nothing but stay less than current. And it's just, I don't know. Their pace is to make people spend money. I mean, they got bought by it's the Saudi financial group for like freaking $4 billion. So they don't care about their free-to-play experience or small, like, dolphin, tuna spenders. You know, they care about whales and krakens, and they want all the whales and krakens all the time. And it's unfortunate, but that's why we're going to switch to this game. And, you know, if we decide that this game's too expensive off rip, it's not hard to not spend money when you've been playing since day one, and as long as you're vigilant, you know, you can get through these things without having to spend much, if anything. So, yeah. I don't know. But that's the thing with these games. All the hero collectors I've ever played, I felt compelled to spend money because I jumped in years late. Like, I started Swogo 3 years ago. That was 5 years into its life cycle. Same thing with MSF. I started 6 months ago. That's 3.5 years into its life cycle. Like, yeah, it's tough when you're starting off behind the ball. So let's go start fighting some Haradrim. Let's see. Yeah, I started it in October. I don't blame you you made the smart choice, in my opinion. MSF is just... Now, here's the other thing with MSF. If you can get in with a group and who don't care about being behind the ball, like if you get into an alliance that is more casual, it's just people around your space leveling, not worried about new events and stuff, you can actually have a lot of fun with that game. The game has great gameplay modes. Visually, it's stunning for a mobile game, in my opinion, especially with the good IP. And combat animations are cool. It's not a bad game, which is, I think, the part that is really upsetting. And that's something we're going to talk about in my review on that. That's going to go up on this channel and the YouTube channel in the next couple days. But it's just one of those deals, man. It feels bad. It feels bad to spend so much money on that game for so little. Yeah, and that's just not... Yeah, it's not what you want to hear. It's not what you want to see. What is this hip-hop? Let's try a different track. Ooh. This sounds like it could slap. And it actually sounds pretty Lord of the Rings appropriate, too, so... But yeah, MSF started for me as a free-to-play experience in preparations to get ready for streaming this game. And then this game took longer to come out. And then at about the 3-month mark where you were... Right, March of 2020 and quit. Oh, so I'm sorry. I read the years wrong. You had a couple years in. Yeah, I started spending money about 3 months in. And looking back at it, I should have bought a bunch of the dollar deals if I was going to do something like that. You know what, let's see what auto gets me. But, yeah, I try not to spend too much on these games unless the value is really there. I mean, sometimes they put out deals. Like, they had a Cinco de Mayo deal in that game where for somebody like me, it was... You claim the free offer, and then for $5 you got 50 of each, the milestone 1, 2, and 3 orbs. 50 pulls, not 50k shards, like actual 50 orbs of each, which is huge economy-wise. And then a few raid orbs or something. I mean, it was sweet for $5. I don't mind spending a little bit of money like that. In this game, I planned on spending about $40 this month, just between, you know, I wanted to buy that Hobbit pack, maybe some energy packs if they have some good deals for, you know, beginners and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't, but when I'm doing that for this game, I'm not spending on any of my other games. The only thing I spend on anymore in Swogo is the stupid Chirotechs. When they have those $5 bundle deals, I'll buy 2 of them for, you know, it's basically $10 for a rank up for a character is where I'm at because I need both pieces. And it gets kind of rough, but sometimes you don't buy it. It just is what it is. That's the number one thing to remember with these games is unless you start day one, you're not going to be really competitive unless you spend thousands of dollars a month. I know that sounds gross, but that's just a fact. So, you know, as far as that goes, if you want to be really good at this game, this Lord of the Rings Hero Collector, and you want this to be the game that you take to that next level, this is the time. And this is the time to build those good gaming habits with it too, because this is something that's, you know, it's in the infancy. It's barely alive as a game. And now is the time to start playing so you can get ahead. Yes! Do we make it? Don't kill. Oh, my Hobbit. Thank Christ. Halberad. Borrowed character saved my life. Sauron's servants, eh? What is this? I don't think we like this one. Spicy tea? Let's see where this goes. We'll give this one a couple minutes. He would not send this many spies. They are looking for something. Okay. Plot thickens. Oh, Arendelle has something new to show me. As Guardian of Middle-earth, is charged to preserve all the stories of the world of corruption. This also means removing the corruption from the darker storylines. Shadow campaign. You must use a collected heroes of Shadow to fight the chaos threatening Middle-earth. Yes, our villains campaign. And I think, from what I understand, if I have a couple upgraded... Ha! Grishnak. Okay. Good book reference name. Say, Grishnak and Ugluk were the 2 that stole Merry and Pippin away from the Fellowship at the end of Fellowship in the Rings. That's why their names are familiar. If you're like, why the hell does that sound familiar? I shouldn't know that. That sounds stupid. See how this is going to be a battle about them returning to Isengard, apparently. Let's see if we can do this with 2. I've heard you can do this with undersized rosters as long as they're at level. Alright, smack. Oh, yeah. We'll be okay. What's this do again? 2 times. Yeah, let's kill him. Blap, blap. Give him the good old blaps. What's this do? Grant might for 1 turn to self and 2 random allies. Gain 1% turn meter per stack of Blood Frenzy on self. This character has 10 stacks of Blood Frenzy. Also grant turn meter to all allies. Lose all stacks of Blood Frenzy. So Blood Frenzy is gain additional benefits per stack. Stacks to 10, but it doesn't tell me what those benefits are. And then might is damage is increased by 50%. So yeah, that's hot. We're not going to use it now, but that's hot. Yeah, some of these stream beats are pretty cool. You have to go through these and make an actual playlist of stuff we like to listen to. Fuck them up. Get in there. Mess them up. Let's use this now. Let's just... Ooh, might. Okay. Let's take... oh, this guy's got... What is that? Defense up? Block the next hit from an enemy attack. Nope. Let's just hit this guy with the basic. Oh, big damage. Okay. So I don't know, man. People might be sleeping on that Howl. It's got a long recharge, but that might put some work. This guy's a provoker, too. See? I don't know, man. Edric doesn't seem too bad early game. We like provokers, and we like buff people. So he's both of those. Buff friends. All right, so let's get in there. through these, I think. Yeah, I don't blame you for quitting Swogo, and if, honestly, if the spending of money, Rafe, is what pushed you, I don't know if I'd do that here either. It's just one of those things. It's odd. But no one ever wants to make things any cheaper. It's probably the best way to say it. Yeah, these beats are gonna be tricky. I'm gonna keep bopping along to these in the background all the time. Yeah, you can add me as an ally. You can, hang on, I'll go back to the guild too, because if any of you watching want to join a guild, you are more than welcome to join up with me. Yeah, here's that Rivendell deal, that Elro here. I can't remember who that was. Was that Hulk or whoever was talking about that earlier in the chat? Scroll back, but that's gross. Gross. This is what they're selling you. And you get... yeah. Maybe. How long do we have to make up our mind? We have a day. That's disgusting. That's FOMO to its umpteenth degree. Severed Crawdad, welcome to the chat. I just went free to play on both MSF and Swogo. Still enjoy the game since I found some cool peeps to play with. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Severed Crawdad. That's the reason I'm going to keep playing MSF past my 6-month review. Is because I really enjoy the people in my alliance in that game. It's not a full alliance, but I've got a really good core group, and some of them have already even followed me over to Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth. So, for the guilds, all you gotta do is search by guild name. My guild name is Gondolindrim. For my lore nerds, that's the people of Gondolin, the hidden city in the mountains, last bastion against Melkor, home of Torgon. So... I love going deep cuts on the lore, but you should just have to search the name. I'm in a top 50 raid alliance in MSF. We just play events hard to keep up with the meta. And see, I feel like once you get to a certain point in the game, I feel like probably my year mark, I'll be in a place where I'm all caught up. My just biggest thing with going in late to hero collectors, especially ones as expensive as MSF, is just that, characters you like a lot of the times are already no longer relevant. Spider-Man, the Web Warriors, off the top of my head, being a great example. And they're characters I like to play with, but there's no incentive for me outside of my fandom to level them. And in fact, it hurts me to do that, to take away from leveling like the main characters. And Swogo, I just felt you had a little more autonomy, especially early game. Versus Marvel Strike Force, where like if you're not pushing the Horseman teams and you're not pushing Icarus and Cersei and Hela, it's very static, and it's not bad. I mean, I have a lot of fun with it, but it's very static, and I just don't like the feel of being bullied into using certain teams because they're the only way to perform. Holy Wolf, you started a guild too, along with a few people in the same guild from Swogo, which is nice to play with. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, okay, so here's the Gondolindrim. This is a guild name for any of you looking to join in here. And my ally code, I believe, is up here, right? Here's my ally code, 646888616. It's actually pretty easy to remember. But yeah, I'm happy to add allies. The only reason I'd remove somebody from my stream is just if someone in my real life, like if there's a limited number of space on that roster. But yeah, let's help each other out early game. Steal each other's heroes, give each other currencies and stuff like that all day. Oh, we got free energy. How much does it give you? 45. Okay. Good to know. Got some quests completed. Hey, is that a level for him? Oh, we're going to get to summon Mauer now that we got 2-9 complete. So there's another villain for us, and he plays off of Ugluk, or Shagrat. One of the two that I have. Let's get this. Alright, let's go back. Shadows. Alright, we got some more Aragorn shards. Sweet, give me a second. I'll go and check it and accept it. And hopefully it won't crash my game again. But if it does, at least we know I just close it and reopen it, and it'll actually take the invite. Mauer. I think everyone's getting to level 10 today. Everyone I actually get unlocked, just so that I have some variety. But I don't think I'm taking anyone past level 10 right away. And I don't think I'm going to... He's a villain. We don't have many villains. Let's take him up at least 1 gear level. Oh, see, now we're rolling through enough stuff I can take him up 2 levels. What does he do? He works with the other dude. Game crit chance. I would keep them at 10 as well, and maybe gear 3. That's what I'm thinking. Gear 3 is definitely going to be the stopping point there, Severed Crawdad. Gear 3, I think, is definitely going to be the stopping point for at least today. Based on what everyone else says, I mean, I'm fairly certain I can take Strider and Aowen up a bit higher. But yeah, first week, it's just kind of figuring out what works. What's deadly? Critical chance increase. Gain haste. Gain turn meter. Ooh, okay. Well, this isn't terrible. Does it have a cooldown reduction anywhere? No, it does not. But it does increase speed. Call Ugly to assist. Add a slow. Oh, okay. He's got self-cleanse of Banes. Give crit chance to the Isengard crew, and plus there's another Bane. And then what does he do with his other friends? Was it Ugluk that synergized with him? Let's get him to 3. We've got the stuff. I won't take him past that. Got some inbox stuff again. Welcome to the Shadows. You've unlocked Shadow Campaign. Thank you. Your power with squad synergies. Pairing heroes with complementary abilities. Aragorn's critical hits can grant stealth to Hobbit allies. Yeah, we know that. God. Okay, I'll give them some credit where credit's due. They are throwing crap tons of energy at me. Which, I mean, obviously is what you want day 1, but I did not expect to be able to grind gear levels for characters, come back, and then still be able to play. So that's been a pleasant surprise. 2-3 of the Shadow Campaign. Claim 90 energy. And then, yeah, alright, cool. Well, we're rolling. We got more inbox shit? Oh, hey. Thanks for using my characters. Ravenor, thank you. Alright, let's get in here real quick. I had a friend request, right? Doesn't go here, does it? No, it goes to my chats, that's right. Friend requests. Dark Knight Dale. I guess a good name. Yep. We hit the load wall on the chat screen again. Let's see if it stops us. Yeah, hey, absolutely. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, so my channel name is Row of Gilead. And I still can't figure out, if you scroll back about an hour and a half, I still can't figure out why I'm not allowed to use that name. It's like my buddy Chunk192 over here is usually Crunk, CRUNK192. So I kind of understand why they didn't let his name go through. But you got to explain to me, Row of Gilead, why that is offensive. The only thing I can possibly think of is that either row is a curse word in a foreign language I'm not familiar with, or Gilead being a quasi-religious biblical reference. I mean, not for me. I'm using it from the Dark Tower books by Stephen King, for those of you not in the know. But, yeah, it's one of those real goofy things. Yeah, it froze on us again. We have to restart it. It's okay. Restart that. Sorry, I probably have to turn on Do Not Disturb mode again. We're having a good long stream today. Alright. Yeah, I don't, Severed I can understand. I don't understand what their thing with a row of Gilead is. Alright, Dark Knight Dale, yep, you're on there, I took it. Okay. Hey, do we unlock more store stuff? No, it's just gonna... This, out of all the offers on here, again, this one for 20 is probably the only one I think is very worth it right now. Elro here is really good from what I understand, but I don't know if you could justify $30 day one. Oh no! My earbuds are dying on me. We've been at this a minute. Alright. I don't think these things have hit low battery in the history of their existence for me. Odd. So, we're going to keep pressing through. And if it gets real echoey real quick, we'll know why. Keep popping these objectives. Win 10 missions. Let's go back to the Shadow campaign and keep chugging along. Bagrog Shapustuk Shamanda Bakugishkai. I guess that's Orcish. I hope that's a real translation. That'd be dope. Swine. It's really funny because there's nothing changing here from the story of the games. Love the orc. Ravenor. What's going on? Yeah, this is our villain campaign, so we've got orcs all over the place. They did a good job naming them, though. You got actual names pulled from the books as opposed to just generic orc 1, generic orc 2. Always a plus. All right. Let's auto it. Why not? That's been pretty easy. We're over-leveled for this part. Yeah, I think we got Ukwook, Mauer. We'll get Shagrat, I think, throughout the course of this campaign, which are all from the Road to Isengard. Oh, I lost one earbud. Charge that up. Thankfully, I don't need both. Yeah, so your Shadow campaign, it's good to note that you can go in with without a full team of 5. Something I learned from Tawna, from watching Tawna, was that you don't need a lot of the Shadow minions to get through the first chapter. Horse breeders are attacking. Rah! Who are they granting me here? Urukai Woundbinder. Okay. So he's your healer. Not the best background track I've found so far. This one's Dirty Dan, eh? Oh, there's a track on this that's called Fat Tony. That's going to be a funny one. Sounds like a mobster name. It's hip-hop tracks from Stream Beats. Free stuff. Works real well. And again, let me know if I need to work on the balance. Alright, let's keep autoing through. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up, when I hop off stream, I'll buy that Hobbit's Welcome Intro Pack. To help my teammates out with Pippin. Early game Pippins will be a huge help. And I'll get tons of tokens, too, so, you know, it's a big old win-win. I'm going to mute up and take some big gulps. Sorry about that. I thought I had kitties where they shouldn't be. Yes, there are kitties that will sometimes make an appearance. Hey, thanks for the follow, Rafe. Really appreciate you, friend. But yeah, so sometimes you'll get blessed by kitties in the background. Or on my lap. They'll just jump up and do their own thing. Thanks for the follow, Severed Crawdad. Really appreciate you. It helps out a lot. You should have shot him, man. If you guys want me to read these for you, let me know. Doesn't really hurt my feelings. I'll do some fun voices if you want. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of loot. Oh, it's first time rewards, that's why. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm gonna sim the shit out of that mission. We need voices. Alright, goblin voices. What about the horse riders? Keep running, curse you, or you'll never see your beloved homes again. Is that what we signed up for? Is that what we want? Because I'll do them. I just gotta have the interest, because I don't like looking stupid for no reason. But yeah, if you guys want dialogue, I will make this dialogue way more interesting for you. Alright, yeah, we'll start reading them. Although I don't know how you can make troll dialogue all that hard, or all that interesting. But I'll do my best, I promise. Hey, alright. Alright. Getting that stiff back. We on hour 3. It's probably one of my longest mobile game streams yet. I've done longer for Destiny launches and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm setting new records today for the mobile stream. So thanks everyone for coming out. Just while you're here, I still got a nice big group of you. So if you end up taking off at any point, and I don't get to say so, and you don't come back and finish watching, thank you for coming out and hanging with me today. Took off work for this. I've been really excited to stream this game, and yeah, I'm glad there's some people watching, finding an inch. Oh, I forgot to read. I'm so sorry. I'll get it on the next one. I'll beat myself up for that. I made a promise. All right. No hope of escape, but I left some markings on the wet ground. Perhaps Strider will come for us. I won't forget the trouble you've caused. Payment is only put off. Now move. Hey, well, thanks for sticking around, man. Sounds cool. You're gonna go coach some baseball. Depending on what part of the nation or country you're in, it's actually a really nice day for it. I'm actually only a little salty that it's so beautiful outside because I can't keep my window open because all the traffic will be too loud. It is a beautiful day out there. That sounds like a good way to spend the rest of your afternoon. Just coach and while they're drilling. Louisiana, it's not too bad. Nice. My father's in Florida, so I've been down that way. It can get muggy down there sometimes, but it sounds like you got a good day going on. I'm a big baseball. I shouldn't say I'm a big baseball person. All right, new voice time. Those strawheads will fight hard when we push them back to their hole. You've come back. Thought better of it, eh? Oh, I'm absolutely ripping off the voice acting from, what's his face? Am I blanking? He just narrated the books again. He was an Andor. Wow, it's gonna bother me. I'll come back to it. I've returned to see what my I've returned to see that my orders are carried out. The prisoners must go to the Great Eye. I'll see that these orders are carried out in my command. Urukai, let's teach these Mordor dogs a lesson. Yeah, get some auto battles in between those coaching drills there, Severed Crawdad. That's how you maximize efficiency. I won't auto through the voices on this one if there's more in between, but it's not a 3-waiver, so there wouldn't be. Andy Serkis, thank you. Sanctus, what a dope dynamite drop in for your first time in the chat, my friend. Perfect. Thank you so much. Andy Serkis is a phenomenal voice actor, and actor, period. But yeah, he's Gollum. I mean, his reputation precedes him by a country mile. But Yeah, so I'm totally just trying to steal my steal some of his orc voices. And I don't know, maybe there's some Tolkien fans out here in the chat. I in fairness haven't looked into it, but there are these really awesome animated readings. Oh, thank you for whoever just did something for the follow. Whoa, what's going on?
Your sponsor has arrived.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Sponsored by Robex and awesome girlfriends everywhere. Thank you. All right. What kind of voice we use for the shadowy figure? We gotta use something. I feel like this should be like, yes, super anime villain. Your leadership is commendable. I know what should happen, and I will ensure you survive. What was Ooglook? Who are you? I don't need anyone's help to survive. This time you will. See, we'll get some variety in there. These villain ones give you a lot of good first-time completion rewards. All right, let's keep it rolling. Wait, which was not Ugluk was. What has happened to your precious Nazgul? Not here to protect you. You speak of what is deep beyond the reach of your muddy dreams, Ugluk. One day you'll wish that you had not said that, ape. Not really a good Tolkien line. They never talk about apes. Anyway, I've had enough of you. Your head will make a fine trophy. I wish that changed. I love that it's awake, fear, fire, foes right from the books, but I wish it changed. Again, day one. Day one problems, mini critiques. Oh, what am I doing? Just auto this. And take a smoothie break. Alright. Damn, those things are good. Strawberry pie. It's like graham, honey, strawberry, a little whey. Very good. Probably not good for my doing impressions. It's very sweet, but... you know, I've been seeing that too, and I've got to be honest. From what I saw of the limited test region beta stuff, they took out like 20 characters. And that only leads me to believe that, like, because they had Elrond in there, they had Gandalf the Grey in there, they had Legolas and Gimli and Fili and Kili, and they had a bunch of them that they took out of the game prior to its soft launch back end of April for the people who were in the closed beta. That was kind of like their go live. I think it was like April 26th, 2 weeks ago. And what I have to say is, yeah, they probably saved them for events. Yeah, I gotta save them for events and releases and stuff. Oh, hey, thank you. Holy Wolf, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you found the stream too, my friend. Yeah, I'm sure they're working on tuning them. I mean, again, that's one of those things too. They have to save stuff for events. I imagine that the PvE events, like the Gardener's Journey, is going to be how we get a lot of those, excuse me, a lot of those more endgame characters. Or not endgame, but like famous to fill out that fellowship team. And again, too, same thing with the Hobbits. I'm sure we're going to get alternate versions of them and things. But every game's got to start somewhere. And I'm just really impressed that instead of just having generic Minion 1, generic Minion 2, they went through and they got permission from the Tolkien estate and they put in actual names. And that level of attention to detail and stuff is really well done. In fact, that's probably my favorite part of this day one experience so far, is all of the fun lore stuff they've put in the game. But hang on. Back to the dialogue. Now run, you mountain maggots! Let Grishnack's head be an example to any who stand in my way. But yeah, that's one of those things. I'm sure, maybe not weekly, but every couple weeks, I'm almost certain we're gonna get like the core Fellowship characters, a lot of the more noteworthy Hobbit characters. You know, I'm sure Thorin Oakenshield's probably going to be one of the early legendary unlocks or journey characters, just because he's the most important person out of that Hobbit franchise, except for Bilbo and Gandalf. You can make an argument for Balin and Fili and Kili too, but depending on whether you're movie savvy or book savvy, depend on which ones you care more about. Alright, let's get into it. Thundering Hooves. How do I have one from our... Those cursed horse boys have got wind of us! That's all your fault. You and the other scouts ought to have your ears cut off. But we are the fighters. We'll feast on horse flesh yet, or something better. Form ranks. Yes, books, always. I do love some of the stuff they did for the movies, though. Not The Hobbit. We won't talk about the Hobbit movies. They did the best they could with a bad situation when they had Peter Jackson come in and save that franchise from just completely going under and people losing their jobs. It's not great. It's definitely not my favorite rendition of anything Tolkien, but yeah, it's just because the studio forced him into a trilogy. I feel it's the same way I feel about DC with Zack Snyder. They forced him into doing a lot of things he didn't want to do, and it hurt the production. And, you know, that's why when you see... I have to ask, forgive me, Lowell, what did you think of Rings of Power? Okay. I'm a really big first, second age fan. I've gone back. I've listened to the Silmarillion a couple... Well, 4 to 6 times, somewhere in there. I've listened to a lot of the expanded universe stuff. I think Rings of Power was a doomed project in the fans' eyes before it even got underway. They don't have rights to First Age. They don't have rights to a lot of stuff Second Age, which means they're really hamstrung as far as the lore that they can put in. And I mean, there were scenes in that show that blew me away, like the intro stuff explaining the world that you're coming into with the glimpses of Melkor and Ungoliant and the trees and getting even if it's just a glimpse of Valinor. Like, there was a lot of things about that show I really appreciated from that level. Everything else felt rushed. Everything else felt really, really rushed. I loved the twist. I mean, I kind of saw it coming. I was kind of hoping that wasn't going to be the case. I was hoping that would be something they drew out, across the span of multiple seasons. I didn't think that was something we were going to get season 1. I didn't think we were going to get the Forging of the Rings season 1, if I'm going to be honest. If you can watch it as its own piece of media, it is not a bad show. I very thoroughly enjoyed it from that perspective. And there's a lot of things that I think still fit into the canon that make for really good story points. Of the Arondir stuff, our Afro elf, is probably some of my favorite storytelling, because that, in my opinion, is how you tell a unique story in a world with already like cemented canon. You take somebody who was boots on the ground like Arondir, and you turn them into a lens through which you can view the rest of the show and all the rest of the events, so that you can put your own unique spin on them, but you're not just copy pasting from the book, and you're also not going so far off the reservation as to disappoint fans. The number one thing in that show is, what do they call it on Nerd of the Rings channel? The Mithril-Chlorians. That's a huge fail, in my opinion, for that show. Using established stuff, but then inventing some reason to explain it makes no sense. Also, there's just a lot of negatives. I won't lie. There's a lot of negatives to that show. Casting, I don't think, was one of them. I think all the casting was great. Visually, everyone rips on their armor. And I tend to agree. Unless we're talking about Galadriel or, why can't I remember the queen's name? I'm going to get ripped for that one later in the comments. But, outside of those two characters and Arondir, the costume design wasn't great. But the set design, the world design was awesome. Oh man, let's talk. Hang on, I'll read this for you so we can auto battle and talk more about dwarves. Get some lads and wait in the forest. We'll ambush the rest when they show their stinking faces. Oh, thank Christ, only one line. Okay. Oh, that was the victory line. Okay. So, I mean, this show has redeeming qualities. I haven't written it off. I'm not going to say it's a bad show. Matt over at Nerd of the Rings gave it a 6 out of 10. And that's probably what I would have to give it to, 6 to 7 out of 10. It wasn't so bad that it was unwatchable, but you do have to turn off your lore-tuned brain and understand that the things that they're doing and the changes they're making aren't necessarily because they want to. It's because the Tolkien estate didn't give them the rights to use those places or characters or terms. And when you're trying to write a show that spans 500 years of history, and you're trying to chop it down to about 5 seasons of 10 episodes a pop or whatever it was, it's not an easy thing to do, and it's gonna be chopped. It's not gonna get things right. And I think what we as a Tolkien community should take away from that show is to get really excited to see characters that we've read about and heard about their journeys and travels and the great things they've done. I think the takeaway from us from that show is going to be we get to see Elendil and Glorfindel versus Sauron at some point. That's a thing we're going to see, right? That's awesome. That we're going to get to see Isildur take the ring. We're going to get to see the establishment of Gondor and Arnor. We're going to get to see, hopefully, the war with the Witch King and the Wrath of Angmar. Is it going to be accurate? Probably not. Probably not even close, because again, a lot of those concepts and stories are things that they're not licensed to use, which is also why I'm surprised Eärendil is your tutorial person in this game, because he's a first stage character. Usually you don't get the license to use that stuff. So very, very cool. Very cool. Or they're getting really good at skirting legally around their wording. One of the two. Okay, but let me get back to reading characters. This is a generic guy, so we're going to generic it up. The horse breeders have us surrounded. You, get the other two and stand guard over by the halflings. Stand strong. Mauer and his lads have a surprise for these fine fellows. So, yeah, the glimpses, honestly, the best writing in that show was Elrond and, not Turin. What's the guy, the dwarf guy? Why am I blanking on his name? This is another embarrassing one that I should know. Durin. Thank Christ that came to me before someone had to give it to me. All right, get him, lads! All right, yeah, Durin's folk. Oh, yeah, that would have killed me if I wouldn't have gotten that one off the top of my head. But, yeah, so I think Rings of Power has room to grow. The writer's strike is not going to help season 2. But, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna watch it. Not gonna lie. I don't pay for Amazon. I'm gonna watch it. So I steal somebody else's account. No shame in my game. I didn't pay for it, so I got no skin in the game. For me, it was enjoyable. Spent maybe a little too much time on the Hobbits, but again, you're trying to establish a culture. That's the thing. That's the rough thing with season 1s is you're trying to catch new people, but then you have people like us, super fans who can kind of already see where things are going and know what's happening. And yeah, I really hope that's not Gandalf. Really hope that's a blue wizard, because otherwise they've already really botched the story. Or Saruman would be a cool one as well, because Saruman spent some time in the East, and that's where our wizard friend has gone with our Hobbit friend from that show. So I mean, yeah, I think they've set themselves up with a good amount of mystery, a decent enough change to certain parts of the story that is forgivable. I really hope they backpedal on the Mithril thing real hard, and I really hope they backpedal on Halbrand or It's because you have Halbarad, who is the ranger, Halbrand, who was the Gondorian guard from the books. That's Pippin's mentor in Gondor, and I think that's what the name they used for dude in the show too was Halbrand. Not 100%. If someone remembers, you want to correct me on that one, please do. But yeah, lots of similar names in that. Halbarad that we get in this game is somebody different, though. Ha! You filthy horse boys underestimated me. Didn't think Ugluk had a plan, eh? It matters not. You will fall nevertheless. We are the fighting Uruk-hai. We took the prisoners. We are the servants of Saruman the Wise, the White Hand. I am Ugluk. So I guess we just murdered Éomer. Or we're about to. Ah, they gave me the healer. That's how you know it's going to be a fun one. Yeah, I like the glimpses that we've seen. And again, I think there's positive room for improvement and growth in that show, and I'm gonna watch it. Really excited to see what WB is doing with the Rohan movie they're doing. That should be very interesting. It's Time Warner's or not, New Line, same studios and stuff that did the original Lord of the Rings movies. They're doing a bit on Rohan, and I believe it's going to cover, if I remember correctly, like the Long Winter and the Siege of the Dunlendings, which is cool that we have Dunlendings in this game because it's going to kind of feed into that, and that should be, I think, in the next couple years. So it's interesting to see, like, and this is where I love these kind of games because they work with the studios. So to me, it's very interesting that they're putting Rohan and Dunland front and center along with your Hobbit Fellowship kind of characters and your villains, because we have Rohan coming on screen as its own movie standalone thing in the next couple years, and it's interesting. Maybe that might be closer than we think. I don't think they have any official dates announced yet, but seeing that they have those characters already in the game front and center leads me to believe that hopefully they'll be using this game to kind of help them advertise stuff for that Rohan movie. I wonder if that Rohan movie has a name. All this autos. Let's go look it up. New TR Rohan movie. Let's see what we got. So I have to set up more sources. The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. And it's going to be an animated title. In anime style, too, which is actually kind of neat. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big weeb. You can hate me if you want to. It's just the war for Rohan. But I'm a big weeb, and I think that anime is a good medium to do some Tolkien stuff in. If you're not sure kind of what to expect, there's a couple animated short collabs like they've been doing for Star Wars Visions. If you're hip to that project, they have one for Batman that they did. That takes place between Batman Begins and Batman The Dark Knight. That was probably some of the best Batman animation ever. And it was very well put together. And if it's that caliber, I'm very excited to see how they translate that to the combat and style of Lord of the Rings. That's going to be very fun. All right. The prisoners have escaped into the forest. Then we hunt for halflings. None will escape the Saruman the Wise. His survival would throw many other plans into chaos. All will fear the mighty Uruk-hai. I like how I ask that. It's the silliest chapter to have me voice to. It's a freaking shadow chapter. All right. This is, from what I understand, the difficulty jumps here. So let's go back to HoME real quick. Let's see what we've got going on. 1 in 3 shadow campaigns. Yeah, I'll claim the hell out of that. Hey, I got some Aragorn stuff done. Very nice. Alright. Yeah, he's getting there. He's almost halfway to 3 stars. Yeah, I guess we're just still smashing through campaigns, I guess. I mean, we're only 2 levels, about to be 3 levels higher than what we were. Let's see if we can take that first node. El Raid of the Chieftain. We will make... I can't tell. I think that's a lady. We will take these lands back from Gondor. Don't be afraid, my fellow Dunlendings. Attack! No, I'm not doing cartoony lady voices. Sorry. That's disrespectful as shit. Can't do it. Not in good conscience. We'll do our best to make them unique. An auto character? Well, let's see how this works. Ooh. Well, we might actually have to play these. We'll see. We'll try this first one and we'll see who dies. Alright. So far, so good. That's 3 waves, though. I'm getting worried about this chieftain over here. Ooh, is she giving them that blood? Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Yeah, we might need to get 5 to 10 more levels. We'll find out. Find out real quick. So they do have some self-heal going on with these Dunlendings. Yeah, AI is too smart in this game. Let's see if we can at least get the dub. If not, that'll be a bummer, but... Ooh! Yeah, no, we gotta get more units and more levels before Chapter 2 Shadow. That's alright, though. Now we know. I think for later, maybe we'll put together a small clip video of just fun things we learned through our day 1 experience. We'll just post it right out. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll shoot it live. Who knows? Maybe I'll take some notes. Who knows? Yeah, it's okay. Continue. Alright. Yeah, I'm a pen and paper person. It's obnoxious, but so is typing into the microphone, so I'll try not to do that either. Alright, so we're done with Shadow for now. Yeah, we're going to have to come back to that after a few levels. Let's go back to Light. We'll see where we're at. So, you know what? Let's, just for a guide's sake, we did Light, Chapter 1, right? Yeah, Light, Chapter 1. Then we did Hard, Mission 1. Then we jumped to Guild. And what are we finishing Guild so far? Just so when I slap something together later for this to help people know about where they should be, we'll have a good idea. Guild. First, what, 1, 2, 3. First 3 to 4 missions. 3 to 4. And then we hopped back to Lights for Chapter 2. And then we did Shadow, Chapter 1. Awesome. Very cool, very cool. That's good. Just some talking points for a little quick tutorial later. Let's see if we can auto-win this, shall we? I have a need to use the restroom. Oh, dialogue. Let's see. Miri. They sat near the troll caves. Some of these caves are still in use. What's your Strider voice? I gotta have a great Strider voice. That's gonna bother me if I don't get a good one. Looking for allies, I would guess. That's a shitty line, too. It's a boring line. Alright. Auto pee test. It's gonna auto. I'm gonna pee. Awake! Fear! Fire! Foes! Awake! Alright, let's try it. I'll be right back. Alright, we took a fat L on that one. Okay. Maybe we should go back to the hard nodes then. I think that might be our next. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Hard, Chapter 1. Let's try it. This guy can be our auto battle test again. My chair gets all knocked out of whack. There we go. All right, we've adjusted. There we go, Aragorn. That's what we're talking about. Ooh, they're casting fears and stuff like that. Weakens. It's actually neat canonically. That's what they live off of. They feed on fear and they use that to their advantage. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Alright, so that's auditable now. So we can farm Mauer if we want to. The only downside to these is the hard mode doesn't really have any dialogue for me to read at you guys. Oh, this looks easy. Yep, beat him up. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. She's coming to grab sensitive things we might not want to show on the stream. Yeah, so it seems like... Alright, we have an order so far for the way in which you should approach the stories and stuff. Gear Farm. After you finish Shadow Chapter 1, go to Lights Hard Chapter 1. Alright. It's just done. Sorry, so you start streaming for 3-4 hours, you start checking all your other shit. All your other... Start realizing, oh, was I charging that? Was I doing that? Alright, so let's see. Let's keep the auto train going, shall we? So, while we're sitting here, autoing through this, what do all the characters do? Frodo has like some stealth synergies with Aragorn. Also can apply crit hit stuff. Anytime Aragorn crits, has a chance to invis one of the members of the Road to Rivendell team. So hobbits. Eothane is like a spearman provoker. So he has ways to provoke enemies to attacking specifically him. He has a fun AoE there. Aragorn beats face. He's got fun single target high damage and an AoE high damage attack. And then Eowyn is all about cleansing buffs and switching them to cleansing debuffs, or banes, as they call them in this game. You get banes and boons, and then using those to buff teammates. So. All right. Keep on swinging. And I think what we'll do when we hit a wall is we'll just use our energy to start simming for gear. And then once we get the gear for the levels, by the time we're done doing that, we should be able to get a couple more levels. Hey, Gondor Archer guy. I've heard nothing but bad things. Herondil. And yeah, they didn't even give him a good name from the books. That's how you, like a important person name. So that's how you know. That's how you know he's a minion character. I think we're going to hold off farming one of them until we get somebody a lot better. I'd love to get the ability to go get Pippin. Soon. Very soon. Well, we're going to buy Pippin, let's be honest. So, yep, no shame in my game. I'll spend a little money here and there. No shame in my game. Especially on a release. You got to keep the game going. Yeah, I see people are interested. But I definitely don't want to feel bad buying that $30 offer. Pippin is in guild campaign. The thing with that, though, I like that offer for them. And then that'll save me grinding him because he's like the best early game healer. Not only will it save me grinding him so I can focus on other characters to get through the rest of the campaigns quicker, but, you need all the hobbits for Sam, who, again, Sam isn't necessarily great in neither of those hobbits yet, but, and the offer is just good. I mean, it's just value city as far as, like, what you're paying for. Like, if I was to compare that to a Marvel Strike Force offer, holy crap, dude, that's like a $50 Marvel Strike Force offer for those hobbits. And I'm glad it's not that bad in this game. But on the same coin, it's also not great. Love in a time of chaos. You know what? Let's just keep rolling. We'll take that 1-star L. But yeah, so the way I'm looking at it, if I'm going to spend money on anything out of the stuff that's available to me right now, it's going to be that $20 bundle, because then I can spend that energy grinding other characters that are going to be a bit more impactful. And then on top of that, let's see if me playing this influences anything. It'll let me get to Sam faster, and then I'll have Pippin to like loan to my guildmates and stuff like that. I'm thinking about it on all fronts. Wow, they just hate Frodo, huh? Alright, fine. Here, let's let's use the cool animation. We'll turn the speed down a bit. Boom. Alright, now we're gonna turn that shit right back up. Screw it. We don't want Frodo taking any hits. Oh, she got that back already. That's good. Alright. Yep, we're going to have to go grind some gear and levels. Otherwise, we're going to keep getting 2 stars. We don't want 2 stars. Get her. Good. They didn't attack Frodo. That's the best thing I could have ever seen. Speaking of, yes, and that's what they're saying. It's not that the hobbits are bad offensively; they just don't have a ton of lasting power, which early game is a big deal. Big deal. Yeah, we weren't going to be able to stop him, but maybe we can stop this guy. There we go, okay. Yeah, down to 1. Hopefully he won't kill my Aothane. Yeah, get the counter. There we go. Yep. And that's why the hobbits aren't super popular right now. And I don't blame them. I'm sure they'll either get a rework or they'll get buffs, or they'll have a certain threshold where they start becoming much more useful. Alright. Who is this? Another villain that I'm probably not going to want. Let's see. Oh yeah, or Bilbo gets released and buffs the whole team. That'd actually be a really good thing. Maybe Bilbo gets this leader ability that like buffs stats for Hobbit characters, or speed, or defense, or something like that. Like adventuring experience or something be the ability name. I don't know. I mean, that seems very feasible. And so I'm really excited to see where this game goes, because you have units in the game, and let's be honest, if you played a Hero Collector, you know there is such a thing as a useless unit. All right, if you're a Star Wars Galaxy of Hero fan, you know all about Coruscant Underworld Police. You know about the Cup and how bad they are, and how you use them for nothing. But in my opinion, those would be more like the Dunlending off-name villains that don't come from the movies and stuff like that. That's, I think, where you're going to see a lot more of your throwaway, not as useful units fall by the wayside. I think anyone with a real name from the movies is going to be a big deal at some point or another, especially in this early meta. Yeah, we weren't stopping her. Yeah, see, this is why you need Pippin. Just because if I had Pippin, I could keep Frodo alive, and then I could 3-star all these missions. So, yeah. But I want to try to play. I'm going to either play through until I have no energy left or until my last earbud dies for my monitor sound. Whichever comes first. No, Aowen's going to buff him. Let's beat her up. Yeah, it cleanses buffs, but again, no one's putting really any debuffs on me. They're just murdering me. Ooh, is that Daze? Stun. Skip next turn. Okay. That sucks. Nice. Cleansed her debuff. Or no, that was her turn ended. That's good that it switches. It doesn't make me just stand there and derp for a whole second. Yeah, give him might. Oh, shit. This is dangerous. Oh, she's got a thing. Alright. Let's get this big bastard out of here. This guy dies. Or he won't die. Holy crap. That's bad. Wow. Oh. Okay, we'll make it. We'll make it. We'll only lose the one character. Whew. Alright, so we made it through. Yeah, and that's what happens when you spend $20. You'll have Pippin, you'll have him leveled up to 10, and he's going to put in some work. I wonder... Ooh, Dark Crystals. Shadow Crystal, my bad, Shadow Crystal. These are your stopgap, or what do you call them? Your bottleneck. It's your bottleneck. So, yeah, when you start seeing these, use these very judiciously. They are your big bottlenecks. Let's see if it lets me buy this through my mobile. Yeah, it's not going to let me while I'm on stream here. That's okay. We'll get it after. All right. Let's see where we're at. What level do I need? Let's see. Use more XP, 6. No, they do that the same as Strike Force as well. Okay. Let's do 5. And... oh, I think he's only at gear 2. That might be why he's getting smacked around so damn much. Alright. Yeah, that might be why he was taking the beatings. He wasn't quite leveled up to where I should have had him. Yeah, he gained a lot of health and damage there. Alright. so that little circle is gear 3. So all the guys I have that I use are gear 3. Let's try that again. Oh, not light. Yeah, no, it was light. We wanted hard, chapter 1. Now let's see what happens when we auto. Because clearly me playing it didn't make too much of a difference either. Alright. Oh yeah, he's got way more health bars. Way more health bars. Much better shape. We were muted. So, what you missed in the last 2 minutes while I was talking to myself, my last earbud's about to die. So what we're going to do, probably after this battle, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to hop off stream, charge them up, be back like an hour and a half, and we will continue to push through story mode. I'm very excited to keep grinding this out with everybody today on stream. Oh, and there. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, friends. My headsets took a dive, and yeah, I don't know what happened. Boopity boop. Now it's working. Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. My headsets took a dive on me, and I have no sound control. So that being said, let's try it again. Can we get the music back for the end? We can. Okay, so that being said, everybody, I think that's time. I've hit my limit. No, your computer was fine. My earbuds died and it kicked all of my sound settings back to default, and I had to go rushing through to save everything. So, that being said, friends, I think I'm going to take off for a couple hours, just recharge my headsets and stuff, but I will be back. I will be back on. Let's see, it's 5 Eastern, probably about 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back. Again, I'm going to try to save the campaigns and the audio stuff, silly voice acting for when we get back. So I'll try to play through some hard campaigns, maybe make some scripts for some YouTube tutorial stuff later. But thank you all for sticking around. Sorry your computer didn't break at the end. Everything was working fine except for my equipment all died on me. So hey, thank you for the following, Raven. I really appreciate you. Thanks for coming and checking us out, and you'll be getting a notification here in a couple hours when I get back to it. So that being said, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me for the first few hours here, hanging out with my Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth stream. Oh, shoot, wrong thing. Back. I full screened it on accident. Nope, didn't want that. I just don't want to be in full screen. I want to read the comments. No! Fuck it. Closing it. All right. Oh, I gotta close this too. No, come on. There we go. Yeah, we'll see you later, Rafe. I just spent crystals for guild energy and unlocked Pippin, made him my guild character for everyone. I joined your guild. Oh, Rafe, dude, thank you so much, man. Welcome to the Gondolindra. We're happy to have you. Thanks for making him your thing. Think I'm gonna go spend that energy on that pack here too. Get Pippin and them unlocked, and that way we can have some variety going on over there. But everyone, thank you again so much for coming. I'll be back in a few 2 to 3 hours tops, but until then, I don't have a sign off, so keep it easy, everybody.